Yeah,
Well,
all the
that
nat
runs with
ones.
advantage.
Yeah, the
I don't know.
that got done dirty by the dice gods there.
Yeah, I don't know if how to feel about that. You you were getting 20s like regularly too at the starter stream, but towards the end it was like, okay, you had your fun. Now fuck you.
At least you didn't get your connection to magic cut off. I gotta figure out how long that's gonna last.
Oh, that's right. The poison.
The maybe poison, maybe not knife. I don't know what the fuck that was. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, I mean, considering the owner of the knife is dead, does
You
that
wanna
For
know
all
knife
the
I know,
secret
that
dead?
for all I know, that could have been a curse.
um is that knife still around?
Yeah, I pulled it out of my gut. I have the magic, not magic poison knife question mark in my inventory.
I mean, if that's an innate built use of that particular weapon, you may want to go ahead and keep that on hand anytime that we have to deal with a caster.
Mayhaps. We will see. We have to identify the issue first, which is we'll see.
Yeah. You still got bonk, just
I do
not
have bonk,
divine bonk.
which is fine.
The
Oh.
refuge.
I was gonna say, after about a minute, you start feeling better there, Pepper.
Oh, the connection comes back. Oh, so it is a poison then. Okay.
Yeah,
Or
kind.
or an enchantment.
Yes.
Get the dagger identified.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we will get it identified for sure at some point.
All right. So
Uh,
I am live.
I am almost live.
Die.
And
I'm
dead.
not alive. Also, apparently, Dungeons and Dragons Tactics was a PSP title
Oh my
that used
fucking
the
God.
D&D 3.5 edition rule set,
Hell
and apparently it was actually pretty good.
Okay then.
Just wasn't received well by most critics.
Well, okay. See, the thing is, a game can be shit panned by the critics, but absolutely loved by the audience. Sometimes critics don't know what the shit they're talking about. And when it comes to, I hate to say this, but there are professional game reviewers that like used to work for like game mags and stuff. Which I mean, who reads game mags to get your game information anymore these days? But that are there to collect a paycheck the laziest way possible. I swear. Like I've seen these reviews for like games. It's like, did you even get out of the tutorial area?
I mean, sometimes they never learn the controls well enough, or the rules well enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Looking at it, apparently the reason why it wasn't well received is because the simplest way to say it is that the controls for the game were just overly complex for no explicit reason.
ah,
It was a tactical game.
I need to interrupt you. Thank you, Kohaku the Fox, for the hydrate, the stretch, and the posture check. Welcome back.
It sounds like it was a case of Dark Souls on keyboard issue of
Hey,
how do I
you
finagle this?
The way that it worked was as follows. If you wanted to have a unit move, you would select the unit, you would select actions for the unit to take, and then you would select the move option, and then you would select where you want the unit to move and confirm.
Okay. I mean, that sounds like other tactic games, like back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It wasn't a 2007's tactic game.
I mean, it reminds me of the old PS2 stuff that I used to play, so yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, all right. I will go ahead and say I would be totally okay with a top-down tactics game that is like pixel art, if it is engaging, has smart combat mechanics, and has, enjoyable characters to interact with.
Melt would absolutely rage at one of the old games I used to play because it was a tactics game where you and the enemy take your turns at the same time. Then it does it, meaning you move, they move, you attack, they attack, and y'all motherfuckers can be aiming at the squares they're already at and miss.
I would quickly switch to a character base that was AoE focused. I don't nuke you. I nuke that side of the world.
Taking the American approach of, see that direction? It's gone.
No, I'm taking the wizard approach of fireball.
I gotta remember the name of that.
Did I stutter? Did I ask if
I
I was in a hallway? No, I said motherfucking fireball.
Obligatory.
Oh. Thank you for the subscription, Owl. Yay! You have been demonized. Here's your horns and tail. Go cause chaos.
I just see this like throne that Lucy is in my mindscape, mind you. This throne that Lucy's made out of all the stolen chairs she has, and like scooted right behind like the throne is like this cardboard box with horns and tails that she just like reaches behind the throne whenever someone new comes in and goes, "Here you go."
Put on these cursed objects. We'll see you at the door.
Oh, no, you can't take them back off. That's part of the, whole thing.
I said they were cursed objects. What part of cursed do you not understand?
Just remember, you're a demon now, so if you cast remove curse as a demon, that's a divine spell, so it'll burn when you cast it.
Short-term burns for undemonization. Is it worth it? Article says no.
Depends on how powerful that burning sensation is. I mean, if you incinerate on the spot,
Listen, there are plenty of good upsides to being a demon. Damage immunity,
regeneration comes to mind.
Oh, it's a lot decent amount of them do.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't think that's a demon trait. I think that's just an existence trait. There's a lot of evil people that aren't demons.
So easy when you're evil.
Oh, God.
The devil tips his hat to me.
Fucking Voltaire. You're hitting me with Voltaire right now? God damn, Lucy. What? Did someone say my name?
No, I said Lamau.
Lamau. Okay.
Melt's
yes,
new persona,
yes.
Lamau.
Yes, Lamau Mango.
No, we are not.
The AI has broken, doesn't know how to spell its own name anymore. Oh, no.
Oh, don't, no.
Okay, this is obligatory. Hold on.
What's obligatory? Us yammering and John for like the first 30 minutes of the stream?
Oh, Reen's still rolling her intro.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. That's fine. So,
Mango Man of Melting.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know what it was, but you're welcome.
Okay, so, one, I got a hit with a loud chat from Kohaku. Mango Man of Melting. and now, oh no. Oh no, that's so much worse. Lamongo. Lamongo. All right. You guys are gonna. You know what? Okay. The next RPG game I play, just to go ahead and tie into this shenanigans, I'll name my character Lamongo.
Thank you for the hydrate, by the way, delayed.
That sounds like a great character name, right? Lamongo. What? Okay.
Yeah.
If you were playing D&D and you were making a character with the name of Lamongo, what class race combo are you going with?
As close as I can get to Mungo from Banjo-Kazooie. So an alchemist of some sort that just looks like an ape green thing.
See, I was thinking more of a grappling focused Goliath barbarian that has a luchador mask. Lamongo.
Is that just because of the la?
Yeah. I mean, a luchador Goliath just... It hits a certain funny bone. And probably breaks a few at the same time. Now that I think about it.
Bestow a curse, hit your funny bone every morning.
That reminds me.
I really
what's
should play
very...
a class with
You know
Bestow curse.
what the scarier thing than a killing curse would be? The never killing.
Monday.
The never
The
killing.
mundane annoying ones.
Yeah, the never killing curse. It just slowly, progressively, every day makes yourself, your day more miserable, but makes you immune to dying from it. You are immortal, effectively. You cannot die, but every day you live is that much more terrible, just by a little bit.
See, I'm going for mundane annoyances. Every morning you're hitting your funny bone. Every night you're getting a sliver underneath one of your toenails.
Oh, no. No, that last one, no, that's illegal. Come on. The sliver under the finger. No. Why?
And then, if you really piss me off, there's a third one, and it's plastic paper cuts. Fuck you.
Plastic paper. Youch.
Yeah, plastic cuts are way worse than paper cuts.
Have you ever gotten a cardboard cut?
Oh, yeah.
Those are bad, too.
So, just to preface this, I am eating.
Okay.
What you num-numming?
I'm glad to hear that
poutine.
you're eating.
Poutine.
Yeah.
I'm having
Putin.
poutine.
Putin.
I have. I'm not eating Putin, but I
Putin.
am eating. I am eating poutine.
You're putting it in your mouth.
I will be putting you in the fucking ground.
Woo! Spicy.
I don't want to be put to rest.
But anyway, I also have some burger as well that I'll probably be
Word.
putting into the fridge
Mm-hmm.
or devouring later this evening
Mm-hmm.
or morning. My sleep schedule's fucked up. I don't know. I'll be devouring them in time.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
My sleep schedule's also fucked up. I only woke up like, I don't know, an hour before you did. So,
Nice.
hooray.
Yay!
Hey, Kohaku, thank you very much for the yippee bug. Very much appreciate it.
Yippee!
Oh, I should
Yeah.
probably turn those points back down. Jesus.
Yeah, my sound
Forgot
alerts
to-
turned off. Well, then again,
I
my sound alerts have been broken forever. I need to fix them. So,
I'll fix this next stream.
All right, I probably should turn the loud chat off because we're gonna be doing D&D here eventually.
Bum, bum. We be boxing, don't we?
Hmm. Hmm.
I need to get some like Lilith Fincher music up and going in the background.
Hmm.
Anyone got some liquid crack I can feed to an animal?
It depends on the animal.
Sorry, I'm not that kind of druid.
Anyone got skooma? Can I give this cat?
You're gonna give skooma to a cat.
It would be funny.
No, but I rip chat. He'll be never read another message. I just I I I
True.
I've been reading all of the messages. What do you mean?
Nah, don't believe him.
Give it 5 minutes.
Oh fucking Christ. Anyways,
Hey, chat. sit
Dot,
down,
dot,
shut the fuck up, and
dot.
Listen to D&D.
yes, Adderworks. I see your
Buckle in.
4 or 5 dots in a row. Jesus, so small.
How are you doing?
Buckle
How
in,
are you
chuckle
doing,
fucks. We're going
How
for
you-
an adventure.
Coco?
Yeah, I do like that one of the people that were taken out, we just started absolutely mulching people and tearing through them, and they just decided, you know what? I'm not paid enough for this shit.
Brother, the terror that was that assassin ended immediately when you just tore them into spaghetti noodles.
Hey, you know what?
He heard the front door get fucking blown down. He was like, I ain't
I'm
paid
my
enough
book.
to deal with.
This is my book. This is my sword. I don't need my sword. Just need my book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, the funny thing is, I don't think I had a moment to recognize that the person I ginsued at the very start was the person that we had interrogated recently and Reen had walked off with. For as far as freaking Riven knew, Reen walked off with them and unalived them. So...
Welcome back from hibernation there, Kohaku. Welcome to have you back.
yeah.
Reen's pouting. I don't know if you want to interrupt her pouting.
Well, I mean... every time I've tried to interrupt Reen doing anything, it's usually been, concerned about immediately getting throttled afterwards. But
Meanwhile, Pepper at the back of the house hefting bonk stick to try to bend in this pipe so nothing else goes down it right now. Just all you guys hear is clank, clonk, cling, clonk. Bonking.
plus, I'm the only one besides Levy and, Scoville watching the one person that's surrendering. You want me to come over and leave Levy alone with this random bandit and Scoville? And
Well, no, we figured you were gonna talk to him.
is
That's your
that what
pick.
is that what my job is?
I mean, you're usually the one that wants to do it.
Motherfucker, you're the you tried to save an assassin that just tried to kill us again.
Again.
Well, how'd that work out for him?
You turned them to ribbons, but that's not the point.
No, I think that's
imagine-
precisely the point. They got a second chance, they squandered it.
And that means no more second chance for anyone else in the future. They
Meanwhile,
ruined it.
this man's like he saw or he heard what was happening. He was like, "Nope, not even gonna fucking try."
I flew too close to the sun. The GM said no to whale. See, I should have gone for something just a little bit smaller. I should have gone something that would have only crushed like 2 people, because then I wouldn't have gotten a random knife.
No,
in
see,
my face.
see, what you didn't do is you didn't go for the rapid wild change. Go ahead and become a little tiny bumblebee and then fly in like an open window. And then inside the building, sudden whale.
Impact damage.
Would just slam everyone against the walls.
Come on and slam.
Just blubber hanging out of the windows.
No, there wouldn't be windows anymore.
No,
Let's
you
be honest.
The guys that were like inside of this part here would have been catapulted either out the window or into the room with the other guys.
Ooh, sorry
Come
about
on
that.
and slam.
And now you're Jam.
You know what would have been great? If Riven had have cast invisibility on me first.
Oh. What's that whistling noise?
Whistling bomb unlocked.
That's just something in
don't
the future.
think
The invisible bomb drop.
I don't think my ability allows me to go ahead and cast it on others.
Aw.
If it does, definitely because of the nature of the ability, feel free to clarify that for me, Delayed.
I thought it was just a normal spell from your spell list. Fair.
No. Well, I mean,
No,
I
it's
could
an ability,
sacrifice spell
technically.
slots to use it for more than once per day, but the base is it's an ability and it's technically not the spell.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fair enough.
That being said, sorry, I was gonna burp there. Um, yeah. Did we have a recap that you wanted to do, Delayed?
I do have a recap typed out of everything that happened in the previous session. I can go ahead and read out. So, in the last session, Pepper had scouted out the river, discovering 2 shacks, one about 2-ish hours out, another 6 hours from town. And then I had to put by flight of bat.
AKA 30 feet. Yeah.
She discovered the first building. Was a more ramshackle building, hastily built to serve as a makeshift checkpoint. It was occupied by some people serving as a deterrent to prevent others from getting up the river. The second building was near where the river had been modified to accept an inflow from the lake created. The lake created from levee. I do have it noted that lake is still, if you were to walk a couple weeks out from like that spot there. But that aside, the building had a pipe running out into the river behind it, and when she had to scout it, discovered that they were filtering some kind of powder into the river. Pepper stole one of the barrels from the outside and flew back. Everyone else went about questioning the assassin. After getting some information out of them, they asked Slops if they could bring her through, but upon hearing she had some form of link to Morngold, he adamantly refused to let her into the space. So they took all of her belongings, raindropped her outside of town to give her a chance to pass along the message. They then came up with a plan in which Levy would disguise herself and use the title of the Water Witch to expose the poisoning scheme and save the town from its threat. Riven prevented 2 individuals from sending out a warning to the others, and then they made their way to the first shack, which you all summarily destroyed, annihilating everyone inside. Afterwards, flew out to the second shack. They attempted to drop a polymorphed Pepper onto the roof, but it was stopped by the assassin throwing her dagger, which canceled the polymorph and caused Pepper to crash into the roof. You all then ran through the place, took out the remaining guards inside, barring one who surrendered without a fight. And
I was a cannonball.
That's where we are now.
You were a pepper-shaped
There's
cannonball.
2 pepper-shaped face holes, one on the roof and one on the ground.
Good God.
One in the roof and one in the snow. Both of them are in the snow, I think.
You know.
Nope. Pick up here.
Right.
Pepper is currently banging on a pipe outside.
Yeah.
Everybody is able to hear this.
Yeah. She's denting that in so that they can't put any more shit down it if they try to come back and do that.
I love the sound of twong, 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 twong,
Yeah.
twong, twong, twong. Like, there's probably some rhythm to it, but
The rhythm is just the rhythm of the swings if you can get into one. That's about it.
Yes. Reed is currently sitting outside pouting. She is accompanied by Zalera and Dia right now.
Yep.
And Riven and Levy are currently inside with the surrendered individual.
I'm assuming this is when, like, the claws wear off on the bracelets. So that's where, he just sees the, like, dragon-like claws that were over my hand slowly, like, just recede and disappear. I'll look over to Levy. Now, I'm sorry, what?
Don't mind me, just pain.
Don't do that. It hurts.
I sneezed.
Just stop it.
I too
No, I'm gonna
love
throw my
losing
back
brain
out
cells
next.
through my nose. Goodbye,
Uh,
my pretty little neurons.
Remind me, are we masked up and hiding our appearance, or was this us? We were doing this as kind of like masked crusaders.
The
Eh,
water witch is bringing like
yeah, okay,
crew.
okay. Because it would have been really weird if I had just referred to Levy as Lady Briarleaf right now. That would have been bad.
Yeah. Right now we're under the water witch's little cult
Mhm.
We're all
group.
wearing masks.
Yeah.
Well,
I made this. I'm so happy. I made the masks.
I'm going to
Mhm.
go ahead and I'm going to lean in and say
On and slam.
the Water Witch would like a word with you. Uh, Don't piss her off. And I'm literally going to hand the interrogation over
Mhm.
to Levy because I mean gotta sell the she's in charge kind of situation.
Yep.
And I will literally
Mhm.
be there to support her in the interrogation. So
One of my favorite things that I think could have been funny is if we accidentally did knock one person out, we could have been just like, "Good morning, sunshine. The sun says hello."
you know. Yeah, we do occasionally knock people out. They tend to go ahead and get stabbed while they're unconscious, though.
Okay.
Can't run away if you got no hands or feet.
Fucking Christ.
So
Oh, try
Levy
to run
goes
away
ahead.
on the nubs.
Levy goes ahead and she starts talking to this dude. First thing she says is, "So, what exactly was the plan here? Like, what were you guys doing here?" The individual looks at her and kind of just like, "I mean, poison the water. They gave us a bunch of barrels of this stuff, and we're regularly sending shipments. Gave us how much to dump into the river to ensure that it made it, we'll say, impotable, without, leading to deaths. Supposedly had this building constructed for that purpose, though to me it always looked like it's been repurposed from something else."
Hunting lodge, smuggler den. Who knows?
Any of the above. Anyways, as far as I know, well, I mean, technically speaking, we were, well, at the very least, I am a mercenary. Sign a contract,
Mm.
kind of just guard this place. Make sure nobody finds out about the operation. Clearly, clearly that didn't go to plan. They did
Well,
pay some of the cost up front, but
I mean,
it wasn't your fault technically that we found out, so you should be happy about that. It's just,
listen, man, I'm just happy to be alive.
yeah.
can't say much for John over there.
Over
Did you know
there,
he-
up there, and a little over there.
Well, I mean, did you,
I mean,
I
that's his spine, frozen in ice, right there.
I don't know if the lady approves and you're like part of a normal like mercenary organization and you're taking up a job that's I don't know bordering on morally corrupt like poisoning a town and you happen to know that you're in like water witch territory, maybe if she decides we let you go, you kind of say, "Hey, boss, it's not worth the money."
Yeah, probably.
I'll look
Pass it
over.
along to some of the people that I've worked with in the past.
I'll go ahead and look over to Levy to see what she thinks.
Levy just kind of nods, just like, yeah. That would be best.
I like my suitcase. I like my Tessa cosplay.
You having fun over there?
Huh? Yeah.
Yes,
I didn't think I was actually being heard.
Yeah,
it was being picked up.
yeah.
Perfectly.
We were just everything kind of stopped, and we were just listening to you vibe.
I'm just vibing. Don't worry about me.
But yeah.
I'm looking
Levy's
at
goes-
murder drone memes.
Mm-hmm.
Levy goes ahead and looks at him, just like, yeah, go ahead and pass that message on. That this area's whole waterway is under
Yeah.
my command. Mercenary just kind of nods, just like, yep, got it. I'll pass the message along to my boss, let him know, fucking everything that happened here. I'm pretty sure he'll be more than pleased to not take contracts in this region anymore.
It's safer that way, I think. More
For all of us.
profitable too. I mean, you
I mean,
really
the whole
weren't
reason-
paid enough for this, were you?
Listen, man, I don't think any amount of pay is worth dying for. Personal philosophy.
I like him. You can't
Levy just
spend
looks
it
over.
when you're dead.
Levy just kind of looks over, just like, yeah, he's got a good head on his shoulders.
You might actually
Even if morals are questionable these
true,
days.
true, but room for growth.
He goes ahead and he puts his book in a little bag behind, or in a little satchel that he has on his hip. He goes ahead and kind of rummages around and pulls out a sheet of paper. He's like, because I'm sure you are interested here. He hands it over to Levy.
Ooh, isn't that an actual contract?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Had us each individually sign ours, and I like to make sure that I actually have a copy of it. So before I signed, I had a buddy of mine write out all the terms that were on the contract that I was going to be signing. So that way I could refer to them myself at any point in time. This one isn't the signed one, but
No, absolutely, absolutely. I wonder what fake name he used this time.
the mercenary kind of shrugs, just like,
Oh, not you. The guy that we absolutely already know is responsible. It's kind of obvious. I mean,
He just kind of shrugs, just like, I mean, my line of work, it's very rare that you see anybody actually write these out with a real name.
oh, well, you just haven't been going through the right brokers then.
Morally questionable, poisoning the river, and you want to use your real name, yeah, I'm sure that'll go well.
Oh, no. The right brokers would have you use your real name, but what you'd be doing would be done in a very Fey-like description. You would totally still be poisoning a river, but if anybody read it, they would have to either be very intimate in the workings of the Fae or demons, depending, in order to even understand exactly what you had agreed to.
Yeah.
But in those kind of contracts, if you didn't do what you had agreed to, there would be a penalty that would Be kind of rough. If it's a demon contract, you might be out your soul or your life. For the Fae, though, you'd probably just be some lord's pet for the rest of existence. You'd be surprised one of them will go ahead and just say, "Hey, look what my human can do."
Turns them into a chihuahua.
I got a brand new one. It can make any conversation instantly awkward.
Oh.
Phenomenal.
Listen, my social skills are very high, okay?
No. They just walk up and the first thing they do to anybody is just smell them really loudly.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just that is awkward.
Exactly.
But the mercenary kind of looks to you just like, hey, feel free to read that over, you know, get whatever information you want out of it. And then your secondary question, gonna time you up, am I free to go? What's gonna be the plan here?
I think tying him up is a little unnecessary at this point. I mean,
kind of gestures over to the back. Weapons are still over there. They're just pretty standard weapons, though.
yeah. No. Did you have any like personal attachment to anyone here? Like, because I mean, if you wanted to stay to like bury a friend, that's fine. Otherwise, we might just go ahead and
a few different companies of mercenaries.
Yeah, then I mean, if the Water Witch is okay with it, feel free to like bounce. But I mean, don't at all act threatening on your way out because.
We do have a dragon.
Yeah, just don't be threatening. Just don't be threatening.
Listen, man, threatening is the last thing that's on my mind right now.
Yeah. Maybe hold your hands up showing that you're unarmed until you're out of line of sight. Just to be safe.
Yeah, probably.
That's like the universal sign of surrender, right?
Usually.
Yeah. I am absolutely unarmed. The only person I wouldn't trust with that kind of gesture is like a caster. Those fucking mages, they can do all sorts of shit.
He seems to take a moment to think. The only difficulty is going to be getting back to town. It's a pretty long walk. Takes a while. Probably take me a couple days.
Well, I mean, if there's any foodstuffs or camping supplies here, we've got our own. Feel free to.
There's some stuff.
Grab what you need.
I'm sure that nobody here is going to miss it.
Yeah, probably not. There wasn't any of the unsavory souls around here that keeps on hand, I don't know, scrolls of speak with dead for interrogation purposes or anything? Not that kind of mercenary group, right? Got it. Okay. I always run out of those. Everybody keeps dying too fast. Just literally not saying this any other way other than to crank the kind of, I don't want to fuck with these people ever again.
Yep.
But, other than that, I will start going around and I will holler out the door, letting everybody know that the one that surrendered is going to leave to spread the word of the Water Witch to his organization. So hopefully we have less problems in the area. And then I'll start policing the dead.
It's okay. He goes ahead and he heads over to the little storage cabinets. You hear him just kind of shuffling a few things around.
Yeah.
You hear what sounds like cans being pulled out and put into a bag.
You know, some provisions for the road.
Yep. He goes ahead, ties it. Or he goes ahead, puts everything into like a backpack that he has picked up from a nearby individual.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes ahead and just hooks on a sleeping bag, and some tent supplies are put in the bag as well. And he just goes ahead and says, "All right. I imagine that with your friend out there, you'll be able to beat me back to town. But if not, see you when I get there. I guess maybe if you're still there. That's where you're heading, anyways."
I'll go ahead and turn over to Levy and I'll say, do we want to be like really super nice and like transport them back to town?
You want to be super nice? Smashes him upside the head with club. The quickest way.
Yeah, this is how our fast travel works. Just stand there really still. Whomp!
Listen, he's been fast traveled. To,
Next thing he
you
know,
know,
he's on the back of a cart leading to an execution site. Ah, you're awake.
Brick.
You just stand there really still for a few seconds before just like pixelating out of existence.
Yo.
Good God.
If I had access to teleport, that's what it would be. That or the just pop in or pop out teleport with no graphics. Just boop, I'm here.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
with
the
just
Goku instant transmission.
yeah.
No,
yeah.
his actually still has animation to it. No, I mean no animation. Like just you're there.
Yeah, you just get either the sound of air rushing in to the spot that you just left, or the sound of excess air suddenly being added to the atmosphere where you arrived. Because it's not your body, it's being teleported with a teleport spell. Let's be honest, it's everything you have on you and probably the atmosphere immediately around you that's getting teleported.
Teleports to a really warm place. Steam emits from around your surroundings as you bring cold air to a warm environment.
Oh yeah.
I'm just immediately just thinking of the greatest villainess of all time, teleport, where it's just no animation. They just pop into the room, just they're there now. Hello, we are here. There's like they put no budget in the teleport. They just like click and drag and copy and paste the characters into the room.
Well, hey, you know, that's not as bad as the
Engine we're on.
when you have a developer that does not want to animate a character, you know, leaving a scene, so they just kind of slide behind a random object and are just gone.
Yeah. Whoop. And I'm gone.
We don't. Hey, Sans did that professionally.
He leaves through one side of the thing and he's in the next. Yeah.
You know,
Goes left, somehow ends up on the right screen side. Sure, why not?
I know a shortcut.
there was one where I think I saw someone had like a character just lift off the ground, cartwheel across the body of water, and disappear.
Sure.
Instead of walking off screen, because, you know, that just took rotating the sprite rather than putting a walking animation in. Anywho, I think we have definitely derailed at this point.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the question has been posed, just like, do we want to give him a lift?
Yes, that is what I am asking Levy, since she's supposedly in charge. Honestly, personal.
If we give this man a lift, he's probably not making it to the city. He's probably falling off the dragon.
I may or may not kidnap him and put him in the lake.
Yeah. I am going to go ahead and then I'm going to ask that to Levy, and I'm like, turn back to him. Now that I think about it, no offense to you, mate, because you've been great. You've been wonderful. But if we were to give you a ride, you may not arrive. If you get
No
my
offense to you,
meaning.
mate. You've been great. You've been wonderful. You were here poisoning people.
Yeah.
He's still
So,
applicable. He's still a bad man.
yeah, you're not
This is what
wrong.
we in the business. This is what we in the business like to call morally ambiguous. He says with finger guns.
Hey, if he gives up right away, doesn't fight us, and goes back to his group, and that makes it harder for the douche canoe that hired that group to begin with to hire people in this region ever again, then there's a possibility that there is, or at least makes it a lot more expensive to hire people in this area. That reduces the amount of world suck going on. So, yes, he's a bad man, but we're hopefully utilizing him in a way that makes the world less of a terrible place. Hopefully. Maybe. I am all down for eliminating world suck. Take that for what you will.
And I'm all for pouring some of this stuff into Morgold's personal palaces or castle, wherever the hell he lives, water supply.
I'll be right back. I thought I heard a knock on the door. I'll be right back. That's weird.
Okay.
What the fuck?
It's the police.
Dad, are you okay? Yeah. Okay, I thought I heard someone knocking on the door or something. Okay. All right.
I wish I had my realistic knock
Well,
sound
that
board to
was
hit him with
awkward.
that.
All right.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I know what the sound was now.
What was it? Gotta drop something?
No, Dad is taking a bath and his leg twitched. So it
Oh.
was literally his leg banging against the bathtub. It's like,
Oh, I gotcha.
That's a weird sound. It's kind of like a knock, but it's not really. What the fuck was that? So
I gotta get my soundboard working so that I can hit you with a realistic knock to really
no.
confuse you.
Oh no!
Also,
like the
The
realist.
moment this man fucking exits this house, Reen is gonna look at him with either these big, watery, angry eyes, and it's just the sound that plays.
Oh no.
How would
Almost.
you do watery and angry eyes? I might need to draw that later.
It's definitely. I imagine for like a character like a VTuber or something, you'd have the little droplet of tears that haven't quite fallen in like around the bottom rim of the eyes, and maybe make the eye itself a little wavy, like you're seeing it through the eye through like a rippling pond, but not full like big waves, slight waves. Yeah, kind of like that.
What's
So,
next?
as far as policing the dead goes, I am collecting anything that would be considered evidence, valuables, or potentially curse/magic items that I can identify on site. Oh, also any poisons or things that would be useful. So basically, After I've gone through, someone makes sure that they don't have anything of value on them. Then the body gets put into a stack outside, pile, stack. I don't know, but basically, yeah, I'm imagining that we're probably gonna burn the bodies.
And then
Yep.
take the skulls.
Well, I mean,
At least
We're
the
taking the
assassin
skulls.
skull. At least the assassin skull. I don't give a shit about the mercenary skulls because they're like, we got attacked by the water witch. What the fuck? I mean, what? Okay.
I mean, do we need to go ahead and bring back proof of the kill? I mean, this isn't a quest. This isn't like there was a bounty. This was just like these dudes fucked
No.
around and they just found out. So
No, these guys are fine. The only reason we want to take the assassin's head is because that's the only one that might provide information because she's been with us for a while. So take the skull.
I'm gonna say,
for
Levin
weight.
just kind of turns to you, just like, I mean, we can. You got the 3 barrels from the room. Technically speaking, we can collect, or we can try to pick up all the barrels, but
oh yeah,
The
that's
mercenary
right.
guy walks
I
up,
did
upper and all, just
ask you to
looking.
go ahead and throw those into the bag of holding for me.
Yeah, you have like 3 of them in your bag holding. Yeah.
Barrels.
Mercenary
of vile
steps
thought.
outside, sees all the dragonkin and scaly folk, and they're all just staring at him.
Yeah.
he just like hands up, just like slowly steps around. Dude, just steps on top of the fucking assassin's body, just like not even caring.
Nice to meet you.
Pepper just peeks into the doorway. Is this guy running? What's he doing?
No, he's gonna tell his buddies that this is Water Witch territory and they need to fuck off and not come
Okay.
back.
Yeah, whoever you are, tell Morgul to fuck himself.
I don't think he even knows that that's who hired him yet. They were
Okay, that's who hired you, and tell him to fuck himself.
okay, sure. They were all using fake names. I don't even think that guy is gonna ever see Morgul.
True.
Mongol. More gold. I don't know.
Dipshit McGee.
One gets to live. The Water Witch's mercy.
Ye-
It's
Why?
fickle.
Hey, you know, you can't send a message if you don't leave survivors.
I'm so tempted to throw Pepper at him and say, "Get his ankles."
He's gonna walk back. It's gonna be like a day or so, and you're gonna go ahead and remove his ability to. He
I think it's more of
hobbles,
a joke.
hobbles back slowly with like giant freaking incisors marks all up and down his calves.
Oh god.
This is what I get for being in a mercenary corps. Oh my god.
This is my mother wanted a baker, and I became a mercenary. I fucked up.
It burns when I walk. Ah! I think that kobold had something.
I'm going to have
Yeah.
to get checked for
Vicious-
infections.
Rabies.
I mean, have you seen what kobolds eat?
That's when he's rocks.
Rocks. So far, I've eaten rocks, and you're cooking. As far as you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, you know, honestly, you know. But typically in
And
the wild,
bugs. It has been stated I have eaten bugs too.
yes,
So
yes,
it's-
quite. That would just be terrifying. You accidentally ate a bug that had a parasite, and now he has that parasite in his leg.
Oh
Ugh.
god.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
you now have
Again,
possession
I would
of
like to preface, by the way, that I am eating.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
So, anyways, you go ahead and you have the contract now. Well, Levy has the contract. She goes ahead and she hands it to you, and she's like, "You are far more versed in this than I am. Well,
Mm.
you have technically taught me some of the stuff. I think you'd prefer to look this over."
Well, let's go ahead and give it a gander. I like literally drop the body I was moving at the time. Sit down at the table in the room. Kick
People
my
outside just hear a fucking thunk inside the building.
kick my feet up on the table that's probably covered in gore.
Gore that you put there.
Hey. Hey, we're gonna burn the building soon.
Wait until we get anything useful out first.
Okay. Bodies first, then. Make a pile.
Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my time, go over the contract with a fine-tooth comb. Go ahead and see if there's any sort of specifics that can be utilized, that sort of thing, as a clue or identifier. Anything that what I'm really looking forward for is even sometimes when someone uses a fake name for themselves and they're a person of power, they want that fake name to have some legitimacy so they don't get treated like some chuckle fuck that fell off the cabbage wagon. So some sign or symbol that he uses on that fake name to show that he's in some way backed by a noble house. Anything that is a fuck up. Like hiding his presence but needing still his authority, so he had to go ahead and do it anyways, just so he still had the clout of a noble behind him. Because that makes it easier for him to be traced.
So the name, so the
Do you want any
say the
check for that, or?
yeah, go ahead, make me an investigation at advantage since this is tied to your backstory.
Okay. Investigation. I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll
So looking
take
it over, you do note that whoever copied it down, they do actually have relatively neat handwriting, so you're able to make out pretty much everything that's on the contract. And aside for the blank signer spot for, accepting the contract, you do note that the name, or at the very least, the set of initials used to sign this are VZ. And there is something that looks like it looks reminiscent of the crest of House Morngul, but there is enough distinct markings on it that it could be confused as like a sort of, or it could be easily explained away as just being somebody trying to imitate the crest of Morngul.
Aw, isn't that cute?
Man, if only we had an arcane cast that had dominate person, we could just make him admit everything. God damn it.
But at the same time, when you go ahead and force people to compulsion like that, and you use something like dominate.
All of a sudden, you're the bad person.
Yeah, no. See, that's why you go ahead and slip them a drink that makes them disadvantageous to be able to succeed will saves, and then you just throw them in a zone of truth and get them talking. Maybe a little drunk at the same time.
Also, Regan, upon seeing fucking this guy.
I cast 9mm. Bam.
I cast 9mm.
I mean, that cast animation is pretty cool.
Nah, I cast 45 ACP.
Nah, I think you're gonna cast 50 BMG. You will convert that rifle. You will convert this rifle into a fucking anti-material rifle.
I will at some point. I cast, I ain't saying shit. You'll know what happens when my spell obliterates the fuck out of you.
I cast .950 JDJ.
Jesus.
You are gone. The house is gone. That wall also gone.
I'm pretty sure that's part of the house.
Extended
the wall
heavy
behind the
ordnance.
I cast magic mortar.
Atom bomb.
Oh.
No, I cast war crimes. Wait, no, that shouldn't be coming for me.
That's just a bunch of. I was gonna say that just summons a bunch of Canadians to your personal spot.
I cast war crimes. The Canadian national anthem starts playing.
Oh no.
You see?
Oh yeah, bud.
A group of people start riding in wearing freaking flannel on the back of mooses.
Oh god, listen, meese are terrifying.
The Moose Brigade.
The Moose Brigade.
The meeses.
It's not a war crime if the animal does it.
Exactly. That's just
See-
something.
The latest thing I've seen is predators. They'll weigh their options, but animals that are not technically predators won't have that instinct to weigh whether the kill is worth it or not. If they're backed into a corner, you're fucking dead.
Yeah, because it's is it worth living? Yes. Yes, I would like to live, please, thank you. So
Yeah, because
so
predators have to hunt to eat, so they'll weigh every kill's options and how much they might get hurt.
yeah.
The prey animal, like a moose, will not. It'll say, "My life's on the line. Here's my antlers, bitch."
Remember, everybody, the moose, or one of the predators of the moose is the orca whale.
Because they swim very deep because they can close their nostrils.
Submersible
Meese
Mises.
Hee the merciful meese.
Anyways,
Okay.
looking over the contract, you can see that as far as contracts go, it's rather concrete. There's no like loopholes or anything that are like easily abused by either party to get out of payment or
Is this
like
so literally he's just backing on the nobility that he's kind of faking, not really backing this contract. He doesn't have any sort of entity attached to the contract to ensure compliance.
just in case just whatever that crest is. Close enough, like I said, close enough to Morngul's crest, but enough distinctions that it's not,
Yeah.
or that it could be said that it's not Morngul.
So I'm literally gonna giggle at this, the marker there, and I say, "Oh, that's cute," and I show it to Levy, pointing it out. Is this really what classifies as a fake name?
What, the VZ and
The Mongol, not Mongol crest there.
I mean, there are a few noble families that do actually have crests remarkably similar to Morngul's. We'll say noble families that have been absorbed in one way or another to his.
Oh,
So, technically speaking, that could belong to another noble family that's just been absorbed into his.
question. Mongol's like totally well liked, right?
For the most part. There are plenty of common folk that don't like him for his policies, but
No, in the nobility.
in the nobility, yeah,
He's well liked.
as far as I'm aware.
Probably because he greases lots of palms.
Now, if I don't know, there were similar contracts to this that kind of fell into, noble houses that shared borders with him, and say certain things on the contract were changed, like names of places and stuff, and I don't know. Those noble houses found this through, auspicious means, let's say. Would they be like chill thinking that Morgul was potentially milking a town in their territory by poisoning them?
No, he kind of shrugs. I don't know. I'll be real. I'm not sure who the nobility in charge of this region is.
Out of game depends on if they got a cut and they're that type of person or not.
Well, that would be a good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that could be something that Levin points out. Just like, I mean, in fairness, though, they could very well be getting a cut of Morgul's profits to run this business.
Ooh, that could be a little litmus test, though. If I were to make up a couple facsimiles of these contracts We go into town and say, "Hey, yeah, we found a group of bandits like just upriver of the town. They had this on them. We thought you ought to know." And then wait to see how the local nobility handles it. And if they're like, if everything just stays quiet and nothing happens, we don't ever see any troops going up to there to investigate or look for clues, we know they're dirty. But then again, future plans for future us.
Yep. For the right now, I suppose, burn this place down and get back to town.
I think
Finish
that's.
looking over.
I think
Finish
that's.
looking over anything.
Go ahead.
Finish looking over their stuff. See if there's anything else we want to take.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely want to know why the plan that we were planning to open with didn't go through. Because, I mean, whatever that it was a dagger, right? That hit Pepper, took her from
Yeah.
really big Pepper to normal sized Pepper real quick. So, if one of them had something like that on them, I'm expecting the others might have some creative toys as well. So, very carefully wanted to go through all their pockets and set anything unusual aside. And then I'm going to literally tap the goggles that let me see magical auras because it's going to make this item. Oh, I would have passed that up. I thought that was just a bone card necklace. All right, set that aside. Because it doesn't have to be made out of gold to be magical, but you see a very fancy, looking amulet. Oh, that's obviously something you need to check that's magical. You see like a little bone carving on a bit of twine. You're like, that can't be magical. You'd be surprised.
Right.
You'd be surprised. I think there was one wood carving that's just a couple of beer steins clinking together that was on a necklace. I think it's called Amulet of the Drunkard. Lets you recover some physical healthiness every time you drink. Well, I mean, it's sold to you every time you drink. It really only works once a day. But, yeah.
Ooh. What do we do with this, the stabby person's body? What do we want to do with it first?
Well, I mean, we're likely going to incinerate all of them, so as long as we got all the items of potential value off of it.
I mean, should we keep the head intact for the time being for the Water Witch to present it with the sigil of whatever their group is so that they can tell them that they are not too happy about them working with a certain noble? Not naming the noble, but so that the organization kind of gets a memo of this might happen again if they keep working with somebody.
You think that's what we released the guy to go and tell his group?
Yeah, but we could do it the same because they'll probably be keeping eyes out.
Well, I mean, how do we get the head to them?
The Water Witch walks in with it on her waist.
Well, no, there were a couple of different mercenaries that we left rain barreled back at the town. But I don't know.
I doubt this person doesn't have watchers if they're part of a stabby group,
I just don't. I realized we didn't need to let that guy go at all. We had two guys back at the. Well, we'll let the town deal with the ones that we captured at town. Honestly, I don't know.
He's not too far out. I can become a wolf and chase him down.
I think you're going to end up giving him nightmares in the afterlife at this rate. If you did that. He's not worth the effort. But again, if you took their head and walked it back into town and handed it off, I don't know if
No, not hand it off.
Okay.
if the Water Witch is going to make her claim that the water will be safe to drink soon because the operation has been dismantled, as well as presenting the head of an assassin that she is taking and openly showing to the people and saying, hey, if this assassination group targets me again working for a noble, we will have words.
I'll go ahead and look over to Levy. Hey, it's your call. Your persona.
Kind of shrugs. Good
How-
for a spectacle at the very least.
Yeah, a little bit on the
Yay,
gory
PR
side.
stunts.
Fucking Christ.
We're sending a message to both the mercenaries and the assassin groups, and showing that Morgul, that assassins won't particularly work so well even against the Water Witch.
I also get to use one of my a rope technique I don't get to usually use. Did you know that the human cranium is really, really easily to restrain?
Uh, are you literally going to go ahead and make cranium
Paid for?
bling using rope?
No.
You're making a head pouch, right? Out of rope?
What I'll be doing is I will be tying a rope knotted underneath the chin, around the cranium's base, around the temples, and then underneath the backside of the head to make like a little bag. Yeah.
A little basket carry.
Yeah, like I said, you're making head bling.
Well, either way, if we are going with the persona of the Water Witch, we need her to be respected, but also feared, so that she's not targeted repeatedly, right?
Plus, it would help to sell that the Water Witch is a very distinct individual from me for a bit longer.
You know,
And then we can get rid of the head.
I want to say, you know, violence begets more violence, and
Levy just also says,
I'm not.
Levy just gonna.
I know this person.
I'm gonna
is-
punch Riven in the shin.
Let me finish, for Christ's sake. You're not.
No. Your violence doesn't beget more violence. Bullshit is not gonna work here.
Okay.
Stop it.
See, that's where I was gonna say, but I don't feel that fits in this situation. If you wouldn't have cut me off.
There is one potential issue, though. If we wind up doing this a little too much, we could possibly have guilds outside of, those directly tied to Borngo possibly interested in seeking out the Water Witch,
Well, I mean, keep in mind.
either for recruitment or for hunting.
Keep in mind, though, I mean, as long as this is just a nobility issue, that's fine. But when it goes from, like, nobility and goes up the chain a little bit, if, Morngol sells this as a bloodthirsty vigilante killer, scaring the populace and, demanding money from people for protection, I mean, you know how someone like that will spin things to people that are a little up the food chain. You could have bigger problems, especially after people realize that there's a connection between the Water Witch and, well, so...
I think right now the straightforward approach is probably the best for one spectacle at least. Even if the Water Witch goes silent for weeks on end from here on out, it will send a clear message that, well, you have power to back up your words.
In the end, Levy, it's your call.
Yeah, let's just do it.
All right. Spectacle it is.
Sometimes money can't command those who have been instilled with fear. Fear and respect is way more powerful than just gold.
So let's see here. This does serve to do two things for the Water Witch's name. establish that she's in it for the common folk, trying to save people money, and also not afraid to stick it to the nobility, being that, she has the head of an assassin that was sent after her.
Well, I mean, at least that you're not afraid to murder the help.
It'll be seen as a light of somebody who can command respect and isn't so easily taken out if they're a problem. So people might rally to you a little as a figure.
Possible. I just hope, nothing culty spawns from it.
I mean, you are calling yourself the Water Witch, so...
Amber just shrugs. There's
If
plenty
it
of Cobalt cults.
If it happens, it happens. There's not much I can do about that.
Just steer the cult in a good direction afterwards. Be fine.
So I go ahead and pull out a fresh sheet of paper, and I pull out a pen as a joke. So, 10 Commandments of the Water Witch.
Levy just starts swearing.
Thou shall not be a douche.
Okay.
Hydra homies only.
Do not despoil nature, especially for thine own gain.
Be sure to eat your greens. Okay, Mom.
Never put a price on morals.
Reen's gonna just kind of look at him, just like, really?
What's this group hug bullshit?
Unless it's for a good cause.
Again, she looks at him, really?
I think he's taking the piss, as you say.
Yeah, no, this is. I'll pull up the very blank sheet of paper. All right. You yahoos, I've got to go ahead and use the restroom real quick and go ahead and make a cup of tea or something. I will be back shortly if we're okay with going on a brief intermission break thing.
I'm good. I need to go to the bathroom. Barb?
Delayed, if you want to work up a loot list for what was on all the bodies for us real quick, that would be amazing if you don't mind.
Yep.
Lucy, keep being awesome.
Okay. Hoi. I've been put on the spot. Anxiety. Levy, the nice peaceful noble, the water witch. Cruel upon those who damage the waterways. You want the Thane invading your city? That's how you have the Thane invading your city. Stop fucking with nature. God, imagine if the Thane actually came in because the people were just fucking with nature so much. The entire city would be wiped out so fast. Ivy has the Thane as well, I believe, right? The mythical like Leviathan and what is it?
She is branded by the Leviathan, but technically, as far as she hasn't met the thing that she's branded to.
Fair. But yeah, there's like the Jabberwock, the Leviathan, and a few other Thane creatures in Pathfinder. The Leviathan is terrifying in Pathfinder because it has laser eyes, apparently.
Phenomenal.
And if it eats you, if it does a bite attack, it can hit you with the maze spell, basically. You get sent to a whole nother existence inside of its belly. Ah, yes, the Leviathan. A CR-30, colossal magical beast of the water element. This thing is terrifying. Eye beams. As a standard action, the Leviathan can fire prismatic beams of rippling light from its 100 eyes out to a range of 1,000 feet. Only one beam can be aimed at one creature at a time. So it can shoot 100 beams. It can split its 100 beams in any way it wants. But I think you can only hit a person once with it. Yeah.
Beep, beep, I'm Marine. Beep, beep, I'm Marine.
Hi. It's the ring.
Hi.
That's the loot from looting the
Ooh.
mercenaries and the assassin, technically speaking.
Got semi-auto pistols. Cobalt can start packing heat. I have no idea how to use this thing. Holds it sideways. Style. You be uncool right now.
You hold that gun. Let's
Let's
go
cool
right
right
this
now.
instant.
They've got copper, gold, and silver for me to eat. Eventually. I like how I'm literally taking the... I was like, you can eat metals to become a metal dragon, right? She's like, yeah, sure, why not? Fucking, okay. Eats gems, eats metal. I wonder what kind of dragon I'll be. Easily goaded kobold.
Fucking... Zin just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Maybe.
I've seen stranger things happen.
That's all a kobold needs to have the green light of, okay.
Getting told by a fucking ancient, like, quite possibly one of the oldest currently alive dragons would be like, it might work.
Yeah, that's enough of a green light for the kobold who's like, I will revere your words. Yes, okay, cool. I'm trying it then. Proceeds to eat random gemstones. I ate the random one I got from the tavern, but I've kept my one that is my, like, the gemstone from the pirate tavern. I've kept the rhodochrosite because that's my little trophy one.
Yep.
From our dungeon delve. So, yeah, I hate that.
Oh.
That's now a decorated mask.
Oh yeah, we do have that.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Skull from Skull Throne.
I put in the chat the total loot obtained just from looting the bodies.
Okay.
The stuff that is hiding around the shack is mostly just provisions.
Mm-hmm.
Food, stuff that, or like wood to burn on the stove. Not too terribly much of any major interest.
Okay.
Hi, Coco.
Actually, the mask I have is a wood mask. Oops,
Yeah, the
my
one
head
that
fell.
I know. I was just saying. I was just like, it would be really cute to have our own little cubone.
Yeah.
I
I mean, we do have a hypercharged skull, but it doesn't have a snout. I have to get a cobalt skull for that, like a bigger cobalt skull.
Well,
what
I
about
mean,
a small dragon skull.
or,
You know, a
or
small dragon skull would
potentially
be-
just a raptor skull.
or a dragonborn skull.
The
I was gonna say-
dragonborn skull.
Also, Reed, in regards to the assassin's dagger, you were thinking about this, or you mentioned that you took the dagger that she had the other day. You do still have that dagger on you. The assassin has the assassin's dagger that Pepper had lodged in her does not bear the Morngul sigil on it. Doesn't really bear any sigil on it, actually.
Personalized. Well, if we melt this down, I'm sure we could figure out something about it. Reen will go ahead and hand the dagger, since I believe Pepper's in her lap. We'll hand the dagger to Pepper and just say to Pepper while releasing them. If
Okay,
you
so I got
can,
two daggers now?
if you
Because you
could,
have a
just-
different one. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
She'll say, if one, I don't remember which of us knows. Dia, I don't know if you do, but or actually, Zalera, you either. Do any of you know identify? They could identify these.
Blinks one eye, blinks the other.
Frog blink.
Zalera just kind of shakes their head, just like, no, unfortunately, I do not.
Now that was Pyrite. He's not here right now.
Please leave a message after the squee. Squee.
Squee.
Well,
He didn't even know the spell offhand. He just had a bunch of scrolls for it.
yeah.
Maybe before we burn the building down, maybe we use the door of the building real quick to ask Lops. Anyway, I have to go to the bathroom real quick.
The door to
Take your
the
time.
building has been demolished by Zalera.
There's another door.
One of them, we
There's
have
another
more.
Door. Oh wait, no, we
The-
don't.
The other
The other
door
one was
The other
was also
two
lost.
doors have been destroyed, one way or another.
Yep.
I mean, and if we
You
really,
bolted to the floor. Do the door.
Oh my God. I think the DM
Even
has
right-
mentioned before our haphazard shenanigans with doors by ripping them off the hinges and still using them tends to destroy doors.
And yeah,
Yeah,
basically, there's a roll every time the door is used in that fashion.
yeah.
Uh,
And I don't think any doors on this shack are going to have enough durability for that to.
this also led to the joke of the mithril door.
Yes, which
A
we.
lightweight portable door that still has enough durability to withstand, multiple uses of the key.
Yeah, yeah.
Which, side note, that is still one of my favorite notes that I have, just like, the contemplate making this.
Yeah, no. It'll look like a door for all intents and purposes. It actually functions as a mithril tower shield. And functionally, it has a slightly wider base to be able to be stood up anywhere. But yeah, so kind of like a door with a little micro stoop on the bottom of it. You set it down, and oh look, you've got cover. Then you pull out the key, you open it on the side that you open it. How does that look on the opposite side? Probably still looks like the door is closed. Because you're not technically opening the door you opened. You're opening the door on the other side of the dimensional gate. Which means... Huh. Anyways, I'm not going to think about the magic of that aspect or the quantum entanglement angles of the physics of that. But let's not worry about making magic too realistic.
I was gonna say, I still think there's a very amusing interaction that hasn't happened yet, where if somebody tries to open the door from the other side, whenever the key goes into it.
You need to be rolling a dice % chance every time that happens, that we use the key like that.
So far, you guys have been careful to use it in situations where you are on the side of the door where other people would be able to see it.
Yeah.
Or you're opening a door into a spot that nobody else is inside of.
Yeah, like into a pantry or a bathroom or, an area that doesn't have much traffic coming out of it.
I am back. Sorry, that was
Welcome
an emergency bathroom break.
No worries. We were just kind of talking magic physics. So, you didn't miss out on anything meaningful. I am so glad how this recipe turned out. This is the cheapest snack food I could have ever made.
Past prestidigitation, it now tastes like cheese, and only cheese. Everything is cheese.
Oh my god,
What
no.
kind of cheese?
That would be really weird to have something made from peanut butter and potatoes
Tastes like cheese.
to taste like cheese.
Welcome to prestidigitation, cheese.
If you open the door too fast, you'll clip into ye old back rooms. Yeah, yeah. By the way, hi Coco, welcome back. I assume you're back from Lurkland.
Okay, but anywho, now that I'm back, what was the situation with the doors? Because I know we had at least one door. The one door to the drop room wasn't broken because you opened that one before we could blow it open.
No, Denzilera went through the wall.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so we only have the bunk room one?
No, that
no.
one's gone too.
What?
Yeah.
How did
No,
that
it's-
one go? We never hit that one. Who
But
did
not
that?
only that, we
It didn't have one.
we know the doors have to be a certain amount of structural sound to withhold the magic of the key. So there's a chance, even if the door was mostly intact, that just the act of trying to use the key on it might destroy the door.
Yep. Because
So
what was it? In the past, they had a door that was, or they had been using a door that had been, perfectly fine, just off its hinges.
Mhm.
And after a couple uses of it, the door basically disintegrated.
Yeah.
Not actually, but
But
it
that
was like
means that we can at least use one.
it led to the joke of the mithril door needing to be made.
Yeah.
Just
yeah. It just a door that effectively is made out of mithril that someone can carry around that would basically affect like a tower shield, but it would give us an easy way to go ahead and just nope out of a situation.
Phillips Dwarven Smith, like 5,000 gold. Listen, I need you to make an adamantine door. No questions asked.
Well, we were thinking mithril because it would one, mithril's good at channeling magic, so it might be able to hold the spell better, but two, it would be lighter. Because an adamantite door that you're just carrying around everywhere, I'm gonna be fucking heavy.
Well, that's, get some muscles, nerd.
You know what? I would just say, you go ahead and carry it then. But then again, it's...
Okay.
Yeah. Not only do I imagine Pepper having no problem with that, I also imagine that if we went to a snowy region, it would be an instant toboggan.
Bobsled, whee!
Yeah.
God, imagine bobsledding down a hill and hitting somebody on that thing. Jesus.
No.
Annihilate them.
See, the thing is, the base thing that adamantite does as a weapon is it automatically crits on any object. So if you were bobsledding, and ran into a rock, a tree, any sort of obstacle, you're cutting through it. You are
Sliding down, it has like a cover in front of you, so you can crouch behind it. You hit a tree, and the tree goes flying over your head.
just Pepper on this fucking door. No cover whatsoever. Out of the fucking way! Hits rock. Door goes through. Walk. She's splatted against the rock. It keeps going. It hits whatever the fuck's still down there.
It just like cleanly cuts through the bottom of the
Yeah.
rock and keeps sliding with no friction.
There's
Meanwhile,
just a door-shaped fucking sideways hole through it, and I'm flat against it, going, ow.
Oh, fuck.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So, we definitely need to get the door made before we go ahead and hit the winter biome for the campaign delay. Just put that out there. We need this to happen.
Aren't we there?
Well, damn. Fuck. Maybe
Guess
we'll
you should have
find
had
one.
your door made.
Hey, the thing is, toboggans can be, or doors in this case, doors and toboggans can be used on grassy, slick grassy terrain, as long as it's either recently rained, or as Breath of the Wild has shown me, as long as it's grassy enough.
Listen,
Grassy
one more level and hear me out. Rock to mud.
Oh my god. We find this big rocky craggy mountain and you're like, I'm making slip and slide.
Whee!
Adamantite toboggan.
Good God.
Oh, make an adamantite shield and just use it as a toboggan.
I mean,
Mm.
Come on and slam,
yeah,
slam,
you be
slam.
you. This is my smashing board.
This is the shield I use to smash people? Why? What do you mean by smash people? Oh, want me to show you? Runs up the hill. Why did you need to go? Oh God, no, wait!
But yeah, no. Once I get access to 5th level spells, I think the first one I'm taking is Transmute Rock just because of the
When
funniness
they
of
said
making mud.
smash, I was thinking they meant a different type of use of that word.
Becky let me
Okay,
smash.
okay, Riven.
Yeah, yeah. That's you know what that's on brand for Riven. Fair enough.
Always gotta make it. You always gotta make it. Gutter.
Man, the stutter is real.
I have enough caffeine in my system from drinking a coffee and 2 fucking like 750 milliliter Coca-Colas back to back.
God damn.
I would be
So-
dead.
so-
Anyways,
How thick's your blood right now, I'm wondering?
Yes.
I can feel my heartbeat.
Syrup. See, I'm just sipping on a big gulp Dr. Pepper, that's all.
I would
Oh,
be
fuck
dead.
yes.
I am just having a nice, relaxing cup of Earl Grey.
I have.
I'll Earl, you're gray.
Blood? You mean caramel? Yeah, exactly, Coco. Blood? You mean caramel?
I think you mean maple syrup.
Yay.
True.
Hey!
Canadian.
Authentic!
Authentic Canadian cuisine. Maple syrup, blood.
Reed has now equated herself to authentic Canadian cuisine. There you
Well,
go.
You know,
Reed is
for
a-
all those authentic
Reed is a
Canadian
dish.
vampires out there.
They use the blood of Canadians in snow to make blood taffy.
Reen is a treat. There we go.
There we go.
Exactly, I'm a treat. This is the only time you'll ever actually hear me agree to this. By the way,
Yeah, I thought the term was a snack, not a treat.
Sweetness
It both
makes it sweet. If they're sweet, they're a treat. If they're kind of spicy, they're a snack. If they're both, your guess is as good as mine.
They're an experience.
Mhm.
You'll
So
never
anyway,
know if you'll get bit in the ankles or a hug.
Might save your life,
Good.
might steal your car.
Both are both are high have a high likely chance of happening. You just don't know when. That is Pepper.
Okay, so we have all these magic items. We don't really have any door frames with doors. So
Don't
we
worry,
can't
we'll go-
ask Lops to help. Right
Question.
answer.
Does it look
Actually-
like the dagger is narrow and small enough, probably for concealment reasons, to fit in a scroll case?
Actually, hang on a second. There is a possibility here for a door. The door that Riven knocked down is still mostly intact. It's just off its hinges. The hinges are completely broken.
now. Riven knocked out a door?
Yes.
Did someone say doors?
He knocked down the door that Reen wanted to blow up.
No, he opened that one. Then Zalara went through the wall.
Yes.
So the door
No,
is
he-
mostly intact.
It's mostly intact. The
Yeah,
hinges
'cause
are
he
broken.
he
and-
turned the knob and actually just opened it. And then a dragon decided open sesame to the wall.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could possibly give it a try. The hinges are just a little fucked.
I
Dia,
mean,
Dia could try to mend
Fucking
them.
love doors.
Ooh. You know what we could
You know,
also
take
do?
the hinges to the other door frame, mend them, and took them into that door frame, and then try to use that door frame with the door.
What else could you do there? To try there, Riven?
Well, I mean, we definitely could go ahead and do. I mean, I don't know if anybody has mending, but
Dia does.
yeah, okay, we could definitely do that. But on top of getting this stuff into our loot pile back at the Lops's place and having them potentially look at the assassin deckers when they have chance, we could leave a barrel of the drugs with
Drugs.
with Lops to allow him to experiment with to see if he can make. I don't know. If someone had this made, maybe there's a way to track it, the process that it was produced, to track down who potentially made it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Lops would have to be here to find the alchemist who made it based on like just actually seeing them do work. This isn't something you could do remotely, I don't think. Tracking down a drug maker is gonna be god awfully horrible if you're not even on the same continent to see them do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're probably right. Or, they could go ahead and maybe reverse engineer the drugs to make a counter agent. Something that
No, that's perfectly fine.
something that could easily be supplied to the townspeople, to the people that are the sickest, to help them recover faster.
The water itself will clear up actually stupidly fast. If this is a running river, the drug will go through and be on the other end in no time flat, literally in several hours, because of running water.
Might have a few seasons of really bad fish.
I was gonna say it is running water. The water coming in from the, we'll say the still newly created lake, way further up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sadly, I have no spells to fix a diverted river quickly. It'd have to be all manual labor to dam that out properly.
Just put a fine enough mesh in the dam to filter out all the pollutants. Oh wait, that's just gonna clog in like 2 seconds. Shit. So yeah.
Let me just kind of shrugs. Technically speaking, I could, destroy sections of the water.
That's the thing you can do.
Yeah.
Kind of innately.
Wow. That's
of
kind
my-
of cool.
Because of my brand.
Brands are really neat, aren't they?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
If a noble had a barrel of wine and you destroyed all the water in the wine, wouldn't that just make it the alcohol that
Alcoholic
exists?
jam.
Wouldn't that just make the alcohol like super concentrated and potentially lethal?
Eventually.
Alcoholic jam.
Levy just kind of shrugs, just like, maybe. Fairness, I haven't ever tried to destroy the water from alcohol before. Mostly because I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah. When we got some downtime, I totally want to try that. If we could take crappy booze and make it really good booze.
Now, obviously, keep in mind, when it comes to it, I do have a level of control over it, so I can destroy up to 10 gallons at once.
Wow.
It does not have to be all of it.
That's cool.
Well, I mean that temp we can take a weak watery kind of wine, and like take out like half the alcohol half the water content, and make a more robust flavor profile that is stronger, and if
Revenge, stop trying
There's
to
a
get
very
drunk
confused
faster.
Pepper right now. Pepper's like, hell yeah,
as far as I know, this is us. We're taking a door off. We're setting it up. We're opening it up. We're moving the stuff in there, and then we're burning the place to the ground. I'm making small talk while we're doing this. Unless
Oh.
Hang on. Need to roll a thing for the door. Okay, cool. It actually does work.
okay.
I mean, thankfully with mending, we can find most of the pieces in there. Thankfully, so it's not the worst. It hasn't been kicked like halfway across the river, at least.
Wait. Question though. When it comes to mending, it's for a break or a tear. Mending, as far as I know, does not handle material getting warped. So, if we bent the hinges out of shape through brute force,
The spell repairs a single break or tear at an object you touch, such as a broken chain link, 2 halves of a broken key, a torn cloak, or a leaking wineskin.
It says nothing about warped
Well,
or misshapen. Break or tear.
Mel, stop trying to throw a wrench into your own fucking plan.
okay, guess we can't use the
I'm
door.
sorry.
Moving on.
I was gonna say, as a GM or as a DM, I will roll that mending will still, fix a warped object if
Thank
that
you.
warp causes it to break.
I mean, unless you want to sit there and do, I don't know, whatever kind of check to try to unwarp it. Sitting there trying to bend the metal back into place. Come on, go back.
Bruh.
I was gonna say it's specifically the inclusion of a broken key, because typically if a key snaps, it does warp.
I don't know.
Quite generally, the grooves on it are changed if it gets broken.
I'm sorry. I am having just like, I don't know what kind of night tonight, folks. I apologize. I am going off the
Headbutt.
rails. Right.
Headbutt.
Not
Like,
only are you not only you're going off the rails, but you seem like, I don't know, there's something weird going on. Are you good?
I'll get back to you on that.
It might be that brownie he had earlier hitting him.
God.
You know, I made them myself. I don't remember putting anything creative in them. Maybe I should have. I was just taking a sip.
Thank you.
The hydration rounds.
Fuck! Thank you.
Fuck.
Thank you for the
Also-
hydrate.
Idling in the person whose stream I have the least points in, so I can stockpile them for hydrates.
Oh, and then
Oh.
now I'll drink too. Congrats.
Mm.
We all drink.
Ah, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Cheers, big ears.
As I drink some white grape
My
juice.
ears are pretty small.
No, I just like the idea of saying that to somebody who plays like a bunny folk or something. Cheers, big ears.
I love fucking playing bunny folk.
The bunny folk are adorable.
Well, technically I play a Viera, but
Mm.
because usually the DM is very amicable to me being a homebrew race.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go in and get all the.
How does the door work? Yeah.
It holds.
Hey!
The key turns. The door does not. It burst into a million fragments.
Yay.
Pepper on one side. Aw. On the other side, hey, it worked.
All right. So should I just add this to vault storage then?
Yep. Other than the assassin's dagger.
Yes. That I'm just having, probably in this case, Lops identify.
Can I have some of the copper to nibble with my food later?
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Okay. How much? Okay. If that's the case, how much am I removing from the
20 pieces.
20 pieces of copper?
Yeah, you guys can have the rest of it. I'm okay with the copper because that's my food now. I have that with every meal.
And
Okay.
Levy will take the gold pieces.
Oh yeah, for her noble like look stuff. Yeah.
Mhm,
So the more that she has, the better.
Okay. Taking the
So
gold
the
out. Taking the 20 of the copper out.
Wee.
Okay, so 8 longswords, 8 pistols, 60 handgun bullets.
That's a lot of bullets.
Yeah,
Go
the reason why I'm pausing there is I'm waiting for someone to say, "Oh, I'll take those."
I mean, Reen has a gun who infinitely makes ammo. What?
I have 2 guns that make infinitely make ammo.
Oh,
Yeah.
Since these aren't special ammo types, it's literally just regular bullets.
Yeah.
Lots can take them apart and use the gunpowder for other means.
okay,
To make
well.
more explosive rounds later, maybe.
Oh, I just imagine that there's going to be a bullet bomb later. Yes.
A shrapnel bomb, but it fires out its shrapnel at the speed of a gun.
Yeah.
Yay.
Also, the shrapnel is bullets.
Yeah.
Say hello to my new item that is
I am
my
so glad that you have
first-made
enough
Claymore.
points to redeem for 170 loud chats, Coco. I
how
don't
many
plan on ever changing the price of loud chats, so
Loud chats are what, 1,000 each?
I think they're 500.
I think 500. I don't know. I've been using like, I don't know, 20 to 30 every time I'm watching Melt. I don't fucking know.
Hey, you know, they are there
I
for a
speak to Mel a
reason,
lot.
and they really work well for that reason.
Hmm?
Loud
I
chats?
speak to Mel with them because otherwise he wouldn't fucking see
moment.
the messages.
Yeah, hey now.
Yay.
They are 250 each, is what you have the loud chat set to.
Nice.
I have them set to what now?
250.
250.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
But
Me-
but I
considering-
muted and deafened.
Okay,
What?
so
Oh, no, we were talking about Melt's loud chats.
yeah, they're
Oh, okay.
250 each. So I think when you follow for the first time, you get like 200 or 300 points right when you follow for the first time. So
You
that
get 250.
allows someone to get, if they follow me and they're brand new, they immediately have enough points to do at least one loud chat.
As a moderator, I cannot become VIP, so I have 365,000 points to fuck around with on Melt's channel.
You know,
Which is why I constantly use it for loud chats and hydrates.
Ha ha ha.
Haha. Insert Titus Final Fantasy X laugh here.
Oh.
fucking Christ.
God of immortality and blood, thank you for the follow, and welcome to the Demon Uprising that may or may not happen.
Yeah, they just followed me as well. One of
Blood
these
for the
servers
blood
I...
gods, skull for the skull throne.
I think
So
I'm
anyways,
followed.
Oh, God. I just got followed by the god of immortality and blood. Did someone just make... I mean, if you're new here, cool, that's awesome. But did someone just make that account just to spoof with me? Since I told you that it would be a great way to go ahead and get channel points real easy is just with a follow. Nope, that account's been around since 2021. Never mind. Hey, welcome to the channel. Sorry that I assumed you were just somebody that was, having their account made to fuck with me. Because point
No,
redemption.
we call it Mango AI or something if we want.
I'm not an A. I have nothing to do with mangoes.
But anywho,
Or
so
AIs.
we're gonna bring this some of the stuff to lots. Oh,
never call me
fucking-
that again.
Fucking good God.
oh no! Wait. So every time we play that, GM damage.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is just a recurring trend. Anytime somebody plays that, I always say that. 'Cause that's just fucking Jax's line immediately after that.
You know.
Like, never call me that again.
The fact that was a line that got voice recorded.
Hey.
I mean,
Welcome back, my skibbity sigmas.
Did just
Never
it,
go
it,
that
So
again.
on track, Lop.
Yeah.
Yes, we.
Then die mad, bitch!
We're having a good night. Can you tell?
We have been off track for a good 20
The
minutes.
gear has been dropped off. If you want to interact with a dagger with Lops, do so.
I would just do that passively, I would assume.
Wait, because we don't have anyone who can identify this. Just a kobold looking up like, can you identify this? It poisoned me.
You poisoned me.
It made me look bad.
How does Lops respond to that? Sad cobalt noises holding up a dagger that apparently
Two
had
daggers.
Oh yeah, we got two of them.
Okay.
He grabs, like, in one hand, he grabs both the daggers by their handles, other hand, pat.
Yay. I have been reaffirmed. I am okay now. The gut wound is fine.
Pat, cure wounds, pat.
Why am I not surprised that Lops would have cure runes on hand for situational needs?
Because he blows up all the time.
Listen, man, I could read you fucking Lops's spell list. So, cantrips, he has Mending, Prestidigitation, and Message.
All useful spells.
I'm going to tell you that Absorb Elements better be on that fucking list.
For first level spells, we have Identify, Purify Food and Drink, Detect Magic, Cure Wounds, Absorb Elements, Expeditious Retreat, Featherfall, Sanctuary, Healing Word, and Ray of Sickness.
The Expeditious Retreat makes a lot of sense when you see something.
Everybody run!
For second level, he has Heat Metal, Levitate, Lesser Restoration, Vortex Warp, Flaming Sphere, Melf's Acid Arrow, Enhance Ability, Arcane Lock, See Invisibility, and Pyrotechnics.
God damn, this man has a lot of spells.
I mean, he is an 11th level Artificer, so, you know.
God damn, fair enough.
And for third level spells, he has Dispel Magic, Create Food and Water, Protection from Energy, Glyph of Warding, Catnap, Intellect Fortress, Gaseous Form, Mass Healing Word, and Haste. Some of these spells are provided by him, by his subclass.
You know what? I would not be surprised if there were specific triggers of Glyph of Warding all throughout his shop for specific effects. Like, when on fire, please go ahead and release this spell. Literally just a spell to go ahead and put the fire out. That's how he does his fire suppression system. It's just Glyphs of Warding. Create water and a Glyph of Warding for a fire extinguisher system.
Oh god, then you realize it's an oil fire.
No!
Wait, oh no, don't add water, no!
Come on and spread, and welcome to the fire.
That would be
Gonna say,
bad.
There's a special thing that Lops has learned about how to put out a fire, and it's called
Deprivative oxygen?
Yeah.
That or sand.
Glyph of Warding, fill the room with smoke.
Lops also passes out.
No, gaseous form.
You know what gaseous form? Or has a ring of just air bubble or something.
Oh yeah, Amulet of Adaptation.
Yeah, that thing.
He is an artificer.
Yeah.
He gave one to Thomas too, so that way, Thomas can continue to work.
I mean, until Thomas actually
Thomas
gets his...
still passes out because lungs bad.
Lungs bad, feels bad.
It's not his lungs that are bad; it's his heart that's bad.
I can't get enough oxygen to my brain.
You know what? I can totally imagine that, Thomas is like working on this construct and he needs more time, so he just makes a very smaller, simpler construct that just replaces his heart in the meantime until he can go
Give
ahead.
him a murder drone's core.
I mean, just make a clockwork prosthetic heart, I guess, and then have somebody who's a very good medical professional do a quick swap. I mean, if you're lucky enough, you'll live. If they're precise enough, you'll live.
Well,
you're probably still going to need to revivify, though, because your heart's being taken out. But if you can still get flow to your brain and to your other limbs in the meantime, well, that is quickly replaced in a few seconds. You can still live.
I mean, while your
I mean,
heart's...
that's how heart transplants work.
Yup.
Yeah, I mean, I light constant every turn healing spells while your, heart is out of your chest to keep you stable. How does that work if you're missing an organism and someone casts an organ and someone casts healing on you? Does that regenerate the missing organ or just
No.
keeps you alive?
I think specifically in a lot of cases, such as like grass part, you need to regenerate or you will die. No matter what, you will die. So I do not think it returns any organs with just normal cure spells.
I was going to say, in the case of like cure wounds or something like that, which does not specify that it creates missing limbs or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
if, say, your heart goes out of your body somehow,
It is missing.
if your heart is missing, yes, in some way, shape, or form, technically speaking, or at the very least, the way that I would rule this as a GM, you cannot be healed above 0 hit points, and you cannot be stabilized.
Ooh.
Yeah. Better hope you got regenerate, nerd.
So, what you're saying is,
Cool.
we need to go ahead and make very powerful trebuchets that are aimed at the vault door in Lops's shop with a pull cord to fire them. That way, we can literally, when we're being chased by something, we can put the key in the door, open the door, and pull a cord real quick to launch a ballista straight through the chest of anything chasing us, thus removing a good portion of its internal organs and instantly killing it. Did we? Melt Stinky. I'm sorry, guys. I am
So
definitely not keeping us on track tonight.
So, anyways, for the identify, it takes him a couple minutes to identify both of them, but he does this in the quick manner, so he does use a couple spell slots for this. But the first dagger, the one that has the Mormgul sigil on it, is a dagger that produces its own poison. So whenever it successfully hits a target, they must make a Constitution saving throw. DC is 16. On a failed save, they become poisoned for 1 minute.
So it gives the poison condition, the thing gets disadvantage on some stuff and whatnot.
Yep.
Okay.
The other dagger, however, the one that was lodged in Pepper for a while, he goes ahead and describes it that this was a bonded weapon, and the enchantment is still in place that if you attune to this, you can call it at any point in time, regardless of where it is. However, while it is on you, you are incapable of casting magic, and if it hits or is lodged in something else, they're prevented from casting magic, so long as the dagger is lodged in them, and for 1 minute after being removed.
Ooh. So that is a real maze slayer.
Well, that, and while it is on you, you can't cast. So, it's basically...
I mean, if you stab it into somebody and then let it go and say, "It's yours now, sucker." For now.
Yeah, but...
Until I call it back.
Yeah, no. But before the stab, the entire time you're carrying it on you...
Yeah, and?
You can't cast any magic.
I mean, that's fine still.
Also worth noting that the dagger itself, when looked at through the goggles, seems devoid of magic.
Ooh, well that's good. So basically, it's what is it made out of? A null material that just voids out magic.
Yep. But somehow, in some way, there's some part of it that allows it to be called upon and return to your hand instantaneously.
I look at Lops and say, for some reason, I almost want to go ahead and touch that dagger to one of the overcharged grounding rods, just to see what happens.
Why?
Something that absolutely neutralizes magic and something that is hypercharged with magic coming in contact with each other.
The immovable object versus the unstoppable force.
Yeah, idle curiosity.
It just creates like this point of complete magical friction that just explodes and sends you flying.
I was gonna say he touches it to the overcharge bracket. It goes ahead and just creates a black hole.
Oh, you divide it by 0.
Fucking Christ.
Gone.
Either that,
Welcome
or
to the astral plane,
or
nerd.
it creates a seed that is a maelstrom of wild magic that exists and doesn't exist at the same time.
It's already a maelstrom of wild magic. That's the point of it being below the clouds.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, but that's a useful thing, because bond to it, put it in bag of holding. God forbid I ever need it. Whap, and then stab.
Question. I'm assuming by bonding to it, you use an attunement slot.
Correct.
I think I'm the only person with one open right now.
Now, how close do you have to have a attuned weapon to you without losing attunement? Because I'm assuming you have to have possession of the item to remain attuned, right?
Allow me to scan the rules real quick.
Yeah, sorry, that was just the thing, because the way
Your attunement to an item ends if it has been more than 100 feet away from you for 24 hours or if you die.
Okay, so...
So you can't put it in a dimensional holding then.
Well, I mean, you can for limited periods of time.
You'd have to call it out at least once every 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
That's not too bad. You just call it out, put it back, and make sure that you keep it on you at least a little bit.
You just take it out every long rest.
Yeah, if you need to, yeah.
Oh, also, Lops. I pull out a barrel of drugs.
Drugs.
Fucking Christ. A noble hired mercenaries to dump this stuff upriver of a town to poison them, so they would only buy fresh water from the noble. There's still some of this in the town's water supply. There's also some that people that are really sick in town still. I was wondering if you could, I don't know, figure out what this stuff is, and if you know of any quick, easy counter agents we could potentially give some of the people that are really bad off to help them recover quicker. I don't know if that falls into the alchemy range for you or not. I figured it might.
Well, technically speaking, before I was explosives expert, Lops, I am an alchemist still. I am perfectly capable of replicating even like that potion that you brought me the recipe for.
Yeah, I figured you would. But have you seen anything like this before? Of course, this, I'm assuming these barrels are very similar to the barrels the water was being sold in, and probably even identical. They probably just don't have the Mongol sigil on them.
Correct.
Uh, so
Possibly. I can run some quick experiments. See if I can develop something pretty quick here.
didn't we have like a new person in Lob Shop helping around?
Oh yeah, we do have the spy guy who's just hanging out there surviving. He might well know this poison pretty well because he is part of a thieves guild.
You know, the guy that was part of the black market ring for the town that was being poisoned.
Actually, asking him is very useful. The fact that he might know
I figured,
prominent sellers of the zone.
considering, you know, we're there and we're talking about this with Lops, I'm assuming he's probably overhearing this, so be opportunity
Yep.
for them to chime in if they wanted to.
Half elf kind of just looks over. She's like, I mean, odds are I could identify it. You all haven't.
No, I mean, if you two don't mind working together to go ahead and get this identified maybe a little quicker. I'm sure Lops can do it, but I mean, you know the area too, so might
Pepper's like,
help
"Ooh,
narrow it
Lops
down a
has a new
little
friend."
faster.
Well, when did Lops get a new friend? Pepper looks confused. Also, hi.
Because Pepper wasn't present.
No.
Yeah.
For the entire interrogation of that man and him going into the room.
I was
She
going to say,
showed up hours after
technically this man also has no idea who Pepper is. He just kind of looks just like,
Hi,
who is this?
Oh, friends,
I'm
Hi.
Pepper. Nice to meet you.
you two didn't get introduced. This was a remember the person that previously owned those daggers? Before, while you were doing your scouting mission, that person was trying to go ahead and make off with him.
Oh.
So we figured rather than him being, you know, a target, we would have him stay with Lops for the time being to make sure that they were safe. Which,
So why did we ever let that person go then? If they were that bad, why didn't we just? I don't know. Just shrugs.
you know what? Honestly, they were turned over to Reen, so I thought they were pretty much already dead. So I was kind of surprised we ran into them again later.
That's why I thought they were a friend when I landed on the roof face first.
Well, they made a choice. It was a bad one. They could have, you know, grabbed their shit and hightailed it out of there. But they chose to stick around. And, well, they found out what that resulted in.
Okay, well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You doing okay,
Anyways.
Rain?
Huh?
It's just you're being very quiet, and I was wondering if you're doing okay. You still
Oh,
with
my bad. Sorry, my brain just
yeah, it's
fuzzy noise.
That's literally we were talking about the assassin that you let go that we had to kill again in front of the black marketeer at Lops's, and you didn't say anything for it. So I was just wanting to check in and make sure that you're okay.
Yeah, no, my brain's just fuzzy.
Are you good to keep on going, or do we need to
I'm
go?
fine. I'm fine. I'm just, I'm fine. It's just it's
You just ate a big meal.
Not here
No.
syndrome.
no. It's nothing to do with the meal. It's just stress fuzzies, you know.
All right. Well, if there's anything
What is
we
causing the
can
stress?
do,
I will hit it with a stick.
I would prefer if you didn't hit me with a stick.
Oh. Pillow instead then. Got it. Bonk.
Why
A
can
hockey
I?
stick,
stress
on the
that?
other hand, might be different. Then I might just challenge you to a 1v1.
Yep.
Oh
Pillow
my.
fight. Okay.
Why do I imagine that would make like a great shirt? Your character's in a tavern like room, just absolutely tearing the shit out of some pillows in an epic pillow fight. That sounds like a merch opportunity there.
Ass hardness on pillow. Bring it.
Shillelagh on a pillow? Fucking Christ! That is cheating, all right?
Chaos.
I would just hide a pepper bomb in the fucking pillow and just have it go
Oh
off
my
by pure
god!
detonation. Pepper and it would literally just cheat, and it would be the funniest thing
Why
ever.
does it taste like burning?
Why does it
Spicy,
taste
my
like
favorite
pepper
flavor.
spray?
Why does it burn?
I'm crying so good.
Fucking Christ.
It burns, burns, burns.
All right.
But yeah,
Also,
no. To the. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna put this in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
The cat goes in the chat because it is a chat. Alright. But yeah, Reen just kind of gives you the side eye and just shrugs ever so slightly at the comments about the assassin still being alive.
So, out of the two daggers, is anybody interested in either the poison dagger or the shackle dagger?
I mean, I'm interested in the poison dagger because once
I was gonna
if it's-
say it's kind of poetic if Reen ends up stabbing Morgul with a Morgul dagger emblem. So
the only reason I'm actually interested in the poison dagger is because if it secretes a poison, that means it can be bottled.
Does
I'm
it
not sure if
has
it
a point?
secreted it.
Okay.
I know it
That's a
definitely
question for
was
the DM.
poisoned, man.
Delayed said it goes ahead and
Creates its own poison.
Okay, so then you could wipe the blade down and bottle it then?
correct. Theoretically, at least.
I just don't know if it's because it's magic, the poison disappears unless it gets into a target or something.
There's
Yeah.
definitely things to experiment with.
It's not like I'm trying to make nitroglycerin or anything.
No. You just slowly
No.
wicking.
You're just
want
making the
nitroglycerin?
icky juice.
I'm saying if you wanted nitroglycerin, you just go to Lobs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you're making the icky
precisely.
juice that makes people go bleh, and that's it.
Yeah.
You're giving the poison effect.
I was gonna go ahead, give it to Lops, and create gas bombs.
Oh God.
Oh my god. I could just see the contraption now. There's this dagger suspended by like a wire that has a small bit of like rag off of it over a barrel. And you could just see the rag causing the poison to wick off the blade and drip into the barrel. That's basically funneling into a burner that is aerosolizing the compound. And then he's just basically has a magical compressor loading into little capsules. I could see the mad scientist setup. It would be hilarious.
The main reason I want poison gas bombs is, yeah, I have pepper bombs. Yeah, I have flashbangs. But the thing is, your arsenal's not complete if you don't have tear gas.
You just becoming more and more of a more murdery Batman. You realize this, right?
Well, there's no murder involved with it. The poison condition doesn't do any actual
Get
damage.
this lady a fucking utility belt already.
Let's say if they get converted into gas bombs, what is it? Is there spells that create a cloud of gas? that
Cloud
suffocates
kill?
you?
Poison cloud.
Poison cloud.
Cloud kill comes to mind.
Cloud Kill's just more advanced Poison Cloud.
Yeah.
Say there's some kind of magical effect that makes it so you can't breathe and can suffocate.
Oh,
Dust of choking?
Oh God, is that how it is in 5e. I know there's one in Pathfinder. I don't know of any in.
Yeah, no,
5e.
no, no. I forgot about the dust of choking until I rediscovered it in a campaign that Delayed hosted a while back.
The dust of sneezing and choking.
Yeah, the dust of sneezing and choking that looks indistinguishable from dust of disappearance. So, of course, in a combat situation, to get an advantage, I dumped the bag on myself and another person, thinking we were going to disappear. Instead, hee ha ha, we lost a few rounds just trying to remember how to breathe. I don't vividly remember that combat scenario. No.
In fairness, in the defense of me, the item specifies that even under the identify spell, it identifies it as dust of disappearance.
I know.
This one is evil, not by me. It was the fucking thing that was giving it to you.
No,
the module gave it to you.
Yeah. Someone in that module wanted to fuck with someone else, and we got caught in the crossfire. But then again, if we remember where we got that from, that was the contraband office, I think.
Yep.
So.
Anyways. Lobs goes ahead and says, yeah. I'll whip up a restorative. Or at the very least, I'll try to, anyways.
Well, we can go ahead and take the majority of the drugs back to the town, let them know that the operation has been ceased and we are working on a solution to help those that are the most devastating and effective until the water is naturally cleaned out, and thank the local lord that is selling water for his distribution in these points of the folks' time of need. But
these trying times.
Yes, in these trying times. Unfortunately, the services, once the water clears, will likely no longer be needed. That is, if those militiamen selling water at a premium markup price are even still in town by the time we get back there. Something tells me they might be packing up and getting ready to leave when we get back. For reasons.
I mean, the word hasn't really gotten too far yet.
Considering the Water Witch's display in Town Square before we left to bust up the shacks upstream, the word of mouth in a town that small. People like.
But would it be enough? Would it be enough for the other guys to start packing up shop, or to wait and see if the mercenaries handled the Water Witch? That's the big thing.
Well, I mean, you know what? You have a point. How much does an official militia trust or put credit into local mercenaries? I would say more often than not, militiamen and mercenaries don't. I mean, if the money's good enough, they'll get along, but there's not a lot of faith.
Their trust may have also ultimately come in the ultimate fact that, well, the person who was there, the assassin in air quotes, if they knew about their existence, had basically a mage slaying weapon on them. If she were a witch, as it said, if she were caught with that thing, what would a witch do really, other than go, oh no? So they may have higher morale that the mercenaries will win once a witch had no spellcasting kind of thing.
That's if they knew the assassin even existed to begin with.
Yeah, that's all that.
It's a pretty
The
big
assassin-
if.
I was going to say, the assassin did make it out there before you cut communication.
Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't know we were coming.
That's why it's a great idea to walk into town with the head of the assassin upon her waist, so that they see the assassin.
I think we're just rehashing everything we've already agreed to go ahead and do at this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're good.
So, is it time to execute le plan?
Yes.
All right, then let's do it.
Burn it all down.
After we're sure that, you know what, right before we go ahead and light the place on fire, I'll give it a quick once over, see if there's not any hidden compartments or anything where there was anything we have missed, because you never know. Yeah, no, I don't think.
Don't find anything.
Yeah.
We're doing a scrutinizing look over before we burn everything to the ground. Is that it?
Hidden compartments.
Let me give it a shot too. Why not?
I guess we can. I guess I can aid.
I mean, is it likely that mercenaries and assassins would have a hidden cache somewhere in a building that they're having to stay in to hide, their good booze from their teammates?
Whatever it is, I don't think we find it. If there is anything.
I'm gonna just forbade myself from rolling anything tonight. I think I'm good.
Hey, you didn't roll a 1.
Harley horse riven.
It's an improvement. Maybe the dice rolls will just get better the more you roll them.
Listen, you can't hit worse than a double nat one.
You could. It could be
That
triple
means
nat
it's
one.
all up from here.
Well, this is an improvement. Unfortunately, it's not much.
I am your
You find
Nadinas.
nothing.
You can give Riven a Charlie horse at any time.
Pepper, were you going to go ahead and bonk around and see if you find anything?
That's why Reen had advantage. I said I'd aid Reen.
Oh, okay. Alrighty then.
Eh.
So time for the roof to be on fire, I guess.
We have one savior. Well, he's still here. We have the one savior. What is it? Is it an ins check? It is investigation isn't. You have one roll. Don't miss your opportunity to blow. You got this, Golval. Fuck. You blew.
Goes ahead, thinks he finds a hidden trap door. It was just full of oily rags. Oh.
Accidentally lights building on fire. Oops.
Well, hey, we were going to do that anyways. All right.
Well, no hidden compartments found. Oh well, I mean, they might not have even had any for all we know. So, I mean, it was just a temporary lodging anyway.
Okay. All right.
Execute Order 66.
No, not the younglings. Anyways.
Mr. Skywalker, what do we do?
Burn.
Okay.
That was such a
We back to the tavern tab.
yeah.
Yay, tavern tab.
Now I get to remove all the tokens from people who aren't here anymore.
No, but our collection of cute goobers. These are our boys and girls.
Only 4 of them are getting to. Oh, never mind.
The bar got very empty very quick.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Reed. Mr. Ribbon. Foof.
Oh, Mr. Stark
Hey,
falls over.
Current party is just you 6.
Yeah.
You 3 plus Lovey, Dia, and Zalera. Dia, why does your token continue to not have the nameplate?
What about Zolara? Also no.
Zalera's has the C option isn't ticked.
Oh, there we go.
These are old tokens, probably. This map hasn't been updated for them nameplate wise in a while. What?
So,
Yeah.
anything that we want to go. Fucking
Stop.
Christ!
Sorry, my fire alarm went off.
Okay, I'm sorry, but if you showed up and like I was streaming and you just popped into the stream chat and played that sound alert while yes, that
Yeah, you'd have a fucking conniption.
and you left the stream chat before I noticed you entered, you would end up fucking with me so bad. It's like,
Oh yeah, because map no doesn't have fucking entry or exit noises.
yeah,
enabled.
while I'm streaming.
Yeah, when we're streaming, we have was it streamer mode on, so we don't hear when somebody enters or leaves.
Yeah, so literally, unless you set a walk-on noise in for yourself, well, no, even that would be disabled, I think, while I'm live. Anyways, you could go and show up, play it, leave, and I would, because
Don't
it,
go.
Wife tales.
Don't give people ideas, Mel.
Why
So
the
anyways.
strawberry noodle?
Why not? Strawberry noodle.
What about a strawberry noodle? What?
And the
Oh, that's
cheese-
okay.
Yay, snake with a strawberry hat. It's adorable.
Yeah, strawberry noodle.
Just when the party's bored reading one day, just takes Pepper to like a place full of costumes and whatnot. Just starts dressing her up just to see what the little kobold looks like in silly dress outfits and stuff. Pepper's like,
Baby, little
this one
baby,
makes me
yeah.
feel angry. This one's adorable. I don't like this one. Just like,
I would more than likely just I would put Pepper in a hoodie that's backwards, and then just put the hood up backwards and just be like, "You're a ghost now."
I'm a ghost. I can go through walls. Immediately runs into the wall and flops over.
So anyways, you all finish. You all set the place on fire, burn everything else about this place.
Like
Including
a
the-
good druid, I make sure that there's no kindling that can catch like trees nearby, because that would be fucked up.
And realistically speaking, with the snow, it wouldn't be able to catch.
Okie doke. The last thing we need to do is accidentally start a forest fire.
Delay,
Like, you may
question.
answer.
Do you think this building is big enough for there to be a smoke trail going up in the sky that could be seen from town?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Even a small bonfire sets up a decent signal fire.
If there is enough material that can produce smoke, yes.
Especially
Because-
since it's in a snowy, cold environment, so the smoke will be... Since it's hitting the liquid of the snow and water that would be melting thereof, it would make more smoke.
Well, steam and smoke, yeah.
Yeah. So it would be much more
Second
powerful.
question. The town that this was happening to, they're big enough to have lookout towers for keeping an eye on the surrounding environment, right?
Yep.
Would there be a lookout tower that has line of sight on this location, or is it too far away?
So 6 hours by flying with a bat. Technically speaking, it still took a couple hours to fly out there on Zolair's back, and the area is somewhat wooded.
Yeah. They definitely don't have eyesight of the area, but they see the smoke in the horizon. Definitely with like just might be able to see it with your naked eye, and then be like, I gotta look in with like a spyglass to see more, kind of thing. Like, huh, there is smoke over there, kind of thing.
I was gonna say. Let's see here. It was a 6-hour flight in total at 30 feet per second.
Hi, E.T.
So at an 80 fly speed with the Dragon, it would still take at least
Hi, Auntie.
Still take almost 2 hours just to fly there. On Zalara's back. Unimpeded.
What the hell is this ambient noise I got going on? Extreme undead battle theme. Why is that going on? We're not fighting. Why is this happening? No, please get into like a more
I
relaxing song.
know that we have some really nasty dudes in the area, but I don't think we have any that nasty.
Listen, yeah, hear me out. I can easily convert to a druid of blight. It's not hard.
Mhm.
Yep. By the
If
way,
the world says go fuck yourself, I'll say fungal zombies. I don't care.
I'll say fungal zombies. They're like, what?
Say hello to my fungi.
He has 1d6 hit points and a bite attack.
Yum, yum, yum.
alrighty then. So I take it we're landing in town square, making a grand entrance.
Well, I'm assuming it's just Levy and the dragon doing that. The rest of us will hop off earlier, so that way because we weren't seen going out with them.
Oh, do we pass over the guy that we were that's like walking back towards town?
Yes.
Reen is gonna get off Zeller's back when they see him. She's going to use her wings, coast downwards, arms under the armpits, and just drag his ass back with them.
Wait, but we can't all. We'll definitely know that's Levy if we all go. Wait.
Oh no, I'm just dragging him to the outside of town. I'm making it a
Oh.
little quicker for him.
We had two different thoughts. Mine was gremlin energy. Do I have something in my bag I can drop on him as we go?
I don't have a bag of holding.
How many corrosive slash explosive slash paralytics do I have in this bag?
Oh,
Well, let's just
none.
use all of them.
Yeah. Sadly, right now my bag of holding just has a few little things. It doesn't have anything. I could drop a drum on him, but then I'll miss my drum, and I don't want to miss my drum.
Yeah, you might need that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Reen will do him a kindness. He, from what Riven told us, he wasn't being genuinely bad. He's a mercenary. She understands.
Also, let it be known, I have spent just an unnecessary amount of time calculating how far out the fucking shack would have been using the 30 feet movement speed of a bat. Since it's 30 feet every 6 seconds, that means that it is 5 feet per second. Traveling for 6 hours that speed means that this shack is about 20.5 miles out.
God damn. That's far.
Out and far enough that the guards wouldn't go ahead and mess with it unless they had a damn good reason.
Yep.
Once people started dying, if that happened, then they'd have to go check. Like, any of the actual local guards would be like, okay, we need to go see what the fuck's happening now.
And that is a travel speed that is completely unimpeded by the snow.
Yeah.
Walking
Yeah.
out, it would take longer because the snow would technically act as difficult terrain if you were not traveling with proper equipment.
Boots, snowshoes, or something like that. Yeah.
Difficult
Correct.
terrain doesn't matter if you fly.
Correct.
Wait. Correction. Weather conditions could, in a way,
Yeah, if
create-
you have strong
try-
winds.
They're trying to drown me in this hole. I cannot see.
Whipping rain and strong winds will still cause impediment. Yeah, that's fair. But,
I could see
mean,
that being treated as difficult terrain, even though it's not terrain in the
you need
traditional
inclement
sense.
weather, really. to
Difficult
have it.
flying conditions, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, technically speaking, that sort of weather would also be difficult terrain on the ground, too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. If you have hurricane force winds and you're trying to walk somewhere, it's like.
I mean, I guess for the brief time that I was living in Texas when I was on Lackland Air Force Base, I've experienced difficult terrain of that area. There was a thunderstorm that rolled through that you could lean like 45 degrees forward, and there was no risk of you falling forward because the wind was pushing you back that much.
You know, as somebody who lives in Oklahoma, it's one of my favorite pastimes to defy gravity like that.
Yeah, you know? Yeah.
Only had a few days like that, but also I am very small and very easily knocked on my ass from wind. So,
So what I'm hearing is we get Lucy a wingsuit and she can become Kite.
and I'd die. I'd fly up and fall down so fast.
Is there any checks that you want us to make for the grand performance of the Return of the Water Witch? Anything you need, Delay?
Let's see here. Our away crowd wasn't present the first time.
I
So
guess,
these are
should
new
I be an
faces.
animal for this? What would be a good accompaniment for the Water Witch? Since
A
the forces of
seal.
nature.
Past your belly.
Yes, nothing
Or a
commands such respect as a
walrus.
seal. Is a walrus within one seal? Let's see. Walrus, maybe. Let's
I mean, I don't know. What do you want?
see.
I'm pretty sure it's a CR3 creature.
Actually, there is
CR
something.
1/4.
There is
for-
something that I want you guys to roll for me. Everybody roll perception for me.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm not happy with that roll.
You know what? I guess technically just a winter wolf would work.
Mm.
So it needs to be something kind of imposing, right?
Giant hermit crab.
Well, obviously not the actual winter wolf that has the breath
Mud
weapon.
Mud crab.
Mud crab. Yes, Skyrim coming as a fucking mud crab. Oh, you're about to get fucked up now. Pinched to all hell.
A mud crab with oblivion sounds.
Oh, good God.
Let's see. Perception, advantage.
This is for hearing specifically. not for sight.
Apparently, thankfully my draconic senses just gives me advantage on perception. Period. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe so. Also, I accidentally rolled that with Scoville's name, but that was mine. Scoville wouldn't be out anymore. He only lasts an hour, so he would have been long gone while we were flying.
Yeah, you can use the other elemental for scouting and doing perception
But
checks.
yeah, let's see. Draconic senses. Let's see. Is it period just all? Yeah, you just have advantage on wisdom perception checks.
Okay.
Yeah. As well as I have blind sight 10 feet.
So, Riven, you don't hear this at all. Reen, you kind of hear Levy mumble something. Pepper, you very clearly hear her say, in something that sounds primordial, something to the effect of, "I've got a plan."
Mm-hmm.
Though she doesn't seem to be saying it to any of you all.
Pepper just gives her a reassuring pat in whatever, I guess, animal form we're deciding upon as we're coming in then. Yeah, I guess just like a winter
Just
furred wolf.
A paw just rests on their lap. Pat, pat.
Yeah, pat. And she gives a reassuring nod because she can't speak other than in woof.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
Borkanese.
But yeah, I'll just be just a winter furred wolf, not an actual winter wolf because that's too high of a CR, but just one that would be in winter fur for the season.
White wolf.
Yeah, a white wolf, just generally.
Yeah. All right. So, you all make your way back towards the center of town.
Everybody masked up, and Levy now we're sporting her full disguise again.
It'd be worth it to have me polymorphed into something else as well. She tamed the animal to the wards.
If we can get as far away from our normal looks as possible, the better generally. Because if we're seen with her, it's so easy to put two and two together. Like, all these people match the same description as these kind of figures. Well,
I mean, I would have to have somebody else polymorph me, but
I can't cast spells on bee sheep.
beep beep.
And now that old song / freaking flash animation pops in my head.
Good for you.
Beep beep
Pat, pat.
by Marine. I
Okay.
said beep beep by Marine.
At this point, I'm just gonna have fucking Lops apply an enchantment to your mask that obfuscates your appearance whenever you wear them.
I would
You
love
know,
that.
that would be useful.
But I'm not going to arrive with them in Central Town. I will be keeping an eye from the shadows. Wow.
I mean, it's the fact of the matter is that even with the Nat 1, that's still a 13. That is.
Still
Yeah, I know.
terrifying on its own. Most common folk will
I was
still
gonna say
not
that is enough to break the passive perception of pretty much every regular individual in this town.
Well, I was gonna go ahead and since I have the Skulker feat, me going into an alleyway, can I roll that with advantage?
Yes.
Just roll again. Cool. There you go.
There's your 15.
If we had a repeat, I would have been so sad for you.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll be basically listening through Zalara's telepath. She'll relay it to me. I'll be close by. I'll be close enough by that I can use basically my the scope to kind of watch what's happening.
Gotcha. She goes ahead and she heads to the center of town. Once again, using prestidigitation, using the magical effects of that, the sensory effects of that to go ahead and gather the crowd. Levy goes ahead and to the crowd goes, the Water Witch has returned. And here in probably just a few hours, your water will be safe to drink again. There was an operation set up out there. A building of some merit. They were slowly poisoning the water.
At which point I'll pull out one of the barrels of drugs to set it out to provide proof. I'm assuming there were 3 barrels that I grabbed. I gave a barrel to Lofts. I'm giving a barrel for the sake of proof. So I would
We've already done sake of proof beforehand.
Did we?
Yeah, we showed a barrel when you first were
Yep.
invisible, remember?
Oh, well then, never mind.
Eat.
Then, yeah, I don't need to go and provide proof then. I guess
Yeah,
I'll just hold...
she showed a barrel and kicked it over to show everyone the contents of it. Yeah.
Okay.
But, and she goes, and while I was there, aside for the meager defense that whoever it is that has been poisoning you all to take advantage of you, carefully choosing her words with that sentence. You know, it's a case of not outright blaming, but
Yeah.
they also seem to have an assassin posted there, seemingly to as if believing my threats. Well, I do happen to have the assassin, or at the very least their head right here. Levy says this, holding up the assassin's head. This does get a reaction from the crowd. A bunch of people seem to begin muttering.
Yep.
Some poor guy throws up.
I'm assuming we've got, like, their emblem with them for their assassin grouping. I think they had one of some sort that you had
That
noticed
was a
before that we
tattoo-
couldn't identify.
tattoo on their shoulder.
Yep.
That's been cremated at this point.
Ah.
Yep.
Oh, if I knew that, we could have just. That would have been very easy to take. That's just a layer of skin. Damn.
But Levy goes ahead and continues. But as of this point in time, the river, well, the river should be, as long as the flow remains unimpeded, the river water should be safe to drink again here soon. You may want to wait until tomorrow just to be absolutely safe, but you should be good to drink your own water once again. Just know that my actions are not without approval from various different entities. Even the elementals side with me. As she says this, her staff, Teal, turns into a water weird and begins floating around her.
Can I have Yoon summon and do the same? He's immediately catching onto the drift.
You can.
Yeah. Okay.
Hell, you could even go ahead and throw Skull in the action if you weren't worried about go ahead and accidentally setting some random bit of debris on fire.
Well, see, Scoville can't set anything on fire unless he uses obviously one of his abilities. He himself is unironically not flammable.
Whenever
Which is
you,
weird.
whenever you summon him, though.
Oh yeah, he would have to be summoned in the air away from things, but yeah. But yeah, technically, yeah, Yoon can do rotate around her, and then Scoville can be summoned up above her like an extra 10 feet, so that she's got like 3 different elemental spirits just, you know, she's got the embrace of 3 different elements.
Yeah.
So
All
yeah, the
you need
spirits
is
favor her.
like some
Yeah.
sort of minor illusion spell to create what looks like might be a rock elemental. Turns out it's just a rock that's kind of getting moved around through mage hand.
You know. Well, yeah, no, we can definitely give her like at least looking like she's got the favor of 3 different elements for that time. Yeah, sure. Make her look much more mystique that way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll do that. To aid her in her little.
The tail
display.
is going to grow.
Yeah.
But yeah. And she goes ahead and she says, but with that, the Water Witch will be taking her leave.
Mm. And that's where we disappear out of existence, down a back alley or something.
Or at least leave town and then go into the bushes and change back and then slip back into town through another means or something.
Oh, we could literally just go in any door, but not go into any building. Change our appearance at Lops's vault, then leave out the door looking like we did when we first entered town.
It would seem weird for the Water Witch to stay in town, though. Why would they enter further if they're a being from outside of it, kind of thing?
That works too.
Yep. So, you all kind of just begin walking.
I assume so, unless someone lets us know the plan's changed. I am keeping my eye out for the militia group that was still in the water. Any other signs that we're being observed, pursued, followed, stalked? You know the drill. There's always a chance that someone will be seeking revenge. So. Then again, of course, you know, Reen's still lurking in stealth mode. So.
Oh yeah, I am 100% keeping an eye on the entire situation. If anybody moves in your guys' general direction, Zalera will be the first to know.
I'm the obvious bodyguard. Reen's the one that they won't see.
Yep. I was gonna say you do see that a couple of the people from the little militia that were selling water are like watching. They kind of keep muttering to each other, but after a while, they kind of just shrug and walk back in the direction of the their little encampment. I'll call it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
With no real
did
further incident.
I'm
I
gonna
don't mean to
be.
burn anything. I'm assuming we destroyed a lot of the excess drug as well.
Yeah. Real talk here. I am.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm hitting a wall mentally. Like. I'm sorry, guys. I'm. Apparent. I thought I got more sleep than this. I laid down and tried to get a.
I slept for 16 hours.
Yeah, but I'm feeling very drained for some reason, and I don't know why.
Oh, good. We call
Uh,
it here.
For
I was
some
gonna.
is this an
reason.
okay stopping
Yep.
point for everyone?
I'm gonna say. I was gonna add a little flavor thing with Levy.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
As you guys are walking away, I know technically this isn't within the domains of create or destroy water. No, it's a different spell. Fog cloud.
Oh,
Cover you
neat.
guys walking away.
Mm. You're choosing
Even
to
the
create
very-
water, just very, very small amounts of water in a large area that it just creates dense mist.
You know,
Yeah.
And the small silhouette of a snake floating around in it, doing a little dance before poofing.
All right.
All right. Well, you should figure out someone we should send these people off to then.
Well, I mean, if you're still on Phil and Wakeful, you guys can go ahead and go off and do something else if you want to.
I need to shower.
Okay. So,
I woke up
Paka
and,
is live, I think. If you want to raid Paka. Otherwise, I'm open to suggestions.
Yeah, you guys can raid Alpaca if you want.
You
am
plan to
probably
stay
just
up,
gonna rate the dark.
Lucy, or are you calling in right?
Well, if you guys are calling it, I'll probably call it as well. But I'm gonna split mine because I'm gonna send mine to Tokyo, I think.
Oh, is he live?
Yeah.
Why is?
Yeah.
There he is.
Which it's nice if we split it around so that multiple people get it. So
I'm
Okay.
just gonna raid the Duckos because of
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start my raid. All right. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you had a good time with us. Sorry, my energy levels was all over the place today. Oh God, what is wrong with
whatever
me?
could the reason of that be?
I thought
Totally.
I thought I got
I'm not
plenty
gonna.
of
I'm
sleep.
not gonna harp on the issue.
I thought I had a
I've
good
already
message.
said it.
As always, stay frosty, folks. I'll see you again next time.
Head pat.
Once your raids are away, just let me know.
My raid is
Yeah,
away.
I will start sending mine out quickly. Just mute up here to say bye to them.
Yeah.